6.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit dfhsalesevent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $3,600 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focus-fueled, fearless, Farah. The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation. Time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth. Rise and shine, Googans. Go time on a Thursday morning. It's a Customs Resurgence Thursday. We need a doorman, E.T. Good morning. We're going to have him shuffling through here today. Riley Skinner's going to join us in studio.
Oh.
That'll be fun for the Riley Report. He wants to come see the new dig.
Top I said.
We got Doc Kevin Murphy. Talk all things Jag. The injury report is out, and I see the worst we are is limited, including Devin Lloyd. So we'll see how things progress as the week goes on. Much more Jags talk. They met the media yesterday. I got Liam Cohen, got Trevor Lawrence. Matt Every going to sit in with us today and tomorrow. I think Matty joins us 8:30 today and then a little earlier tomorrow. And I think Daniel Murphy is going to drop by today as well. We may have to go 4 mics at one point, E.T.
Oh.
What you think about that?
I like that.
Yeah, that might be a first here in the new digs for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a little 4-micer. That could be coming up this morning. So it'll be interesting to get the perspectives of one and all. The Florida-Georgia game is we're ticking closer. I gaitored up a little bit today.
Like that hat.
Went with the old school gator hat.
Yeah.
It's just we'll see. Right?
How many hats did you accumulate since the long hat summer?
Too many.
Me too.
Yeah, probably another 20 maybe. What was that? That was just a summer ago, wasn't it?
About a summer ago, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say at least 20. At least 20 minimum. And by the way, never did a darn thing with the
With
ones
that box, yeah.
I gave away a few of them. There was a few that people as we got to the point.
They're like 80-something. It stopped.
We did it. So E.T. and I did realize one year we got to talk. Man, I got way too many hats. Yeah, me too. How many you got? I bet you I got 100, yada, yada. So we do the long hat summer, and each day we pull out a hat, tell the little story about that hat, where we got it. By about the 5th week, it's all right, here's 3 hats. Then by about week 7, okay, here's 5 hats. So, yeah.
That box is still there, bro.
I may have, full disclosure, I may have thrown away 10 or 12 of them only.
Okay.
I still found myself with a stupid reason to keep so many of them.
Right, like I don't want to throw them away.
It's just weird. It's and I'm not a hoarder and I don't keep much, but man,
I'm getting rid of my hats.
So the World Series goes to the Blue Jays last night. They take a 3-2 lead. You go, Jays. You go. This story, this Trey Savage, is literally something that Disney would cook up and, present to you, with Miracle somewhere in the title. But what this guy has done this year, it's unbelievable. With his performance last night, and it was, as they say, sterling, a first time in World Series history a pitcher has had 12 strikeouts and no walks. And it was just that, a record-setting performance. The Blue Jays now are a game away. He struck out 12 over 7 innings, gave up only 3 hits, did not give up a walk. The Dodgers' bat rack has been termite infested. They can't hit nothing, as we'd say, and know it. They're hitting like 221, I think, in the World Series. Maybe even in the postseason. If you take away the shellacking they gave the Reds, once you start with the Phillies, and not getting any hits, any big hits. But the story is Savage. It's not that he's a rookie pitcher who just set a World Series record, at least 12 Ks and no walks, excuse me. Okay? It's not that. We talked about this earlier, maybe a week ago. It was a different time of the day. I think it was in the 9 o'clock hour. Hick and I talked about this. E.T., do you remember the story of Trey Savage?
I remember the name.
Okay. So Savage, by the way, now with 7 more innings last night, has in his career pitched more playoff innings than he has regular season innings.
Oh, good for him.
And here's why. Trey Savage started this season, as we say, in the sticks. Low A ball.
Oh, it was him who worked his way all the way up.
Low A.
Yeah.
Like below, just between rookie and A. Low A. He makes his way up to A ball. Pitches well there. He's promoted to double A by the middle of the summer. Gets the promotion from double A to triple A. And then ultimately in, I believe, September 15th, a month and a half ago, the Blue Jays pulled him up from triple A. A month and a half ago, after starting the season in single, and not going from single A, oh, his arm's healthy, boom, you're triple A. Single A, double A, triple A, signed up to the Blue Jays on September 15th, made his debut in a start against the Rays, and pitched Game 6 of the ALCS, started Game 5 of the World Series, which was last night, which the Blue Jays won after just, like I said, it's a Hollywood script, this meteoric rise. I want to know the number of players, never mind, can AI find that out for me? Hey, Chat GPT, I still haven't used that stuff.
Oh, it'll blow your mind, bro.
My AI is right here, buddy, between the ears.
Yeah.
I got all I need right there. All right. I wonder if there's been another player in Major League history that has started in low A, graduated to A, to double A, to triple A, to the majors in the same season. Any position. Never mind pitching and winning Game 5 of the World Series with a masterpiece, with like an historic performance. So, yeah, it's one big, huge part, Trey Savage. And then there's the sidebar story that the Dodgers can't hit. They're not hitting anything, man. They'll have they've had these, explosive moments or games. It's been the Shohei show a couple of times, but nobody's hitting. Freeman and Betts, and then all the guys who are supposed to pitch in. They got their only run, by the way, on a Kike Hernandez home run. Another one for Kike. But the Dodgers' bats are flat. Let me pull up these numbers. I mean, they're beyond abysmal. Slumps, by the way, you never want, but you have one, and the Dodgers had a few this year. You have one in the middle of May. No one cares. You have one now in the World Series, and urgency doesn't begin to describe it. Okay. If you take away the Dodgers' offensive outburst and a wild card sweep over the Reds, they've hit just .224 with a .372 slugging percentage in the postseason. So that would be the Phillies, Brewers, and now Blue Jays series. Well down from their regular season numbers. That happens in the postseason. You face better pitching night in, night out. But they're hitting just .201 against the Blue Jays over 5 games. And just 200 without an extra base hit with runners in scoring position. So think about that. Hitting 200 against the Jays in the series. And it was just, we put a big exclamation point on it. Trey Savage did last night with Disney. Somebody called Disney. This is the timeline of this dude's year is unbelievable. And if you do happen to get that, you know what happens when they call you up September 15th when you started low A and you've gone all the way up to triple A? They're like, hey, man, this guy's had a great year. Let's give him a start. Let's see how he does at the majors. The intent at that point is not even to have him on the postseason roster. I guarantee you. And I don't know the Toronto arm situation, injuries or otherwise, but my man went low A, single A, double A, triple A, September call-up majors, couple regular season starts, and by now he's so far the World Series hero.
Manny Machado, he started in Double-A in 2012. But I say John Rocker, he was drafted by the Braves, but he started his career in Low A.
Yeah, a lot have started in Low A. I'm talking about in the same baseball season.
Okay.
Like this guy's done. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah, there's plenty of major leaguers started in Low A.
And over years made it to the majors.
Yeah, and over years it progresses up. You might jump a couple levels at different times. I'm talking about like played on those rosters at boom, 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 all in the same year, which, like I said, it's probably very unlikely. Going to come back with some Jags and get into some other NFL news and notes that I've sorted through. But I want to drop in this college football carousel note right here off the top. I don't know how to digest this story in Louisiana, man. Have you seen this story?
Which one?
I told you how involved, quote unquote, the governor of LSU was in the Brian Kelly firing. Well, it's all out in the open now. He was at the state capitol for, governor reasons when the questions turned to the state of the LSU football program, where the governor of Louisiana stood there, I assume, on the Capitol steps or with a gaggle of reporters around him and said, no, I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward is not selecting our next head coach.
Dang.
That's the AD at LSU. Oh, no, he went on. He said, maybe we'll let President Trump pick it. He loves winners. I'm not going to be picking the next coach. But I can promise you we're not going to pick a coach. I promise you we're going to pick a coach, and we're going to make sure that coach is successful. We're going to make sure that he's compensated properly, and we're going to put metrics on it because I'm tired of rewarding failure and then leaving the taxpayers to foot the bill. Landry then gloves off on the AD specifically. He criticized Woodward for agreeing to a 10-year, $95 million contract with Kelly that included incentives and which left LSU on the hook for $50 million on the buyout. Landry also criticized Woodward for agreeing to a similar one-sided coaching contract at Texas A&M. The Aggies owed football coach Jimbo Fisher more than $76 million when they fired him in November of 2023. Again, the governor. Not the president of the university, not a former head coach, not the governor of Louisiana said, we are not going down a failed path. And I want to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-some million. Right now, we got a $53 million liability. We're not doing that again. And you know what? I believe we're going to find a great coach. The governor of Louisiana then acknowledged that he did meet with LSU officials at the governor's mansion Sunday night to discuss the legalities of firing Kelly and who was going to pay his hefty buyout. So if it sounds like governor is like uber fan who's going to, under the guise of the taxpayers, get involved in the situation here. Could you, I don't think it would land well if Ron DeSantis today started talking about who he was going to pick to be the head coach at Florida. This is like something out of we're all like dramatic. It's like something out of a Grisham novel. I mean, does the governor think he's the athletics director at LSU? We this, we that. Boy, he's taking that taxpayer role awful serious. I wonder if the old governor there happens to be an LSU grad. That's worth a quick check. I don't know how you can't be. This is like they let the it's like they let the head of the booster club. No. I stand corrected. The governor of Louisiana went to this explains things. He went to where Billy came from. Louisiana, he went to Louisiana Lafayette there for his undergrad and then went to Loyola in New Orleans. So not even an LSU grad. It's his football team, though, apparently. Liam Cohen's football team needs a bounce back Sunday. We'll hear from the Jaguars head coach when we return. It's a custom tree surgeons Thursday. Knock on wood, boy, it was a quiet storm season for us here on the First Coast. The quietest I can remember. That doesn't mean you don't need work. In fact, I've got a tree on property we got to get somebody out and look at. So whether sometimes you prevent the damage before it occurs, sometimes it was just meant to be. But when you have tree hassles from the smallest to the worst, trust my friends, no job too big or too small at Custom Tree Surgeons and CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios, injuries on the playing field can affect a team's place in the standings.
It's part of the game, though, rehab.
Listen for the Farah and Farah injury update.
Jacksonville.
The official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL.
Daily Stash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daily Stash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Dailies is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
XL Primetime is back weekdays noon to 2, and on Wednesdays, join Dr. George Bari at 1:20 for the latest in sports injuries from all the big names in the game. Make sure you catch Dr. George Bari on XL Primetime Wednesdays at 1:20 on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Touchdowns are great, but hand-delivered fall flowers, that's the real MVP move. Jacksonville Flower Market can help you be the MVP. Pick up at Beach and Southside or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market, where love wins every Sunday.
It's the Fall Savings Event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Upgrading your home has never been easier. Get 20% off replacement windows and patio doors. Plus, no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires October 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
This is Lieutenant Colonel Alan West. I'm honored to join Operation New Uniform as the guest speaker for their 70th graduation. This milestone event is more than a ceremony. It's a testament to faith, perseverance, and purpose. Operation New Uniform helps service members and veterans find purpose, confidence, and success after service. Join us as we honor these remarkable graduates and the mission that empowers heroes to find their next calling. Register today at onuvets.org. That's onuvets.org.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is now available at the Fresh Market Spirits and Wine. The Fresh Market Spirits and Wine is a new adult beverage store offering spirits, wine, beer, and accessories at A1A North in Ponte Vedra, a first-of-its-kind destination for thoughtfully curated spirits, wine, and beer as only the Fresh Market can. And now, you can get Brackish Vodka at the Fresh Market. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Bueller,
stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, you look troubled. Is something bugging you?
This friendship isn't all upside for me, Jason. People keep asking me stuff about you.
They ask you about me?
Is it really cooler with Bueller, they ask. So I say, totally. And they say, how do you mean that? And I say, he fixes air conditioners, which literally makes somebody cool. But he also has cool sunglasses and cool people and a cool family.
And I try to make working at Bueller Air and Plumbing a really cool experience for our technicians and plumbers. We treat our people like gold, and they treat our homeowners the exact same way.
Great. Well, now there's another cool thing I've got to remember. This is a lot of responsibility, Jason.
Life can get hectic sometimes. If you don't take a moment to slow down and appreciate all the cool parts, you could miss it.
Do people ask you about me at all?
Weirdly, they do.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Hey, it's Brent with Arcosa Crushed Concrete. If you've got concrete or asphalt rubble on your site, let me buy it from you, and I will recycle it into construction material for your future projects. Arcosa Crushed Concrete. Get paid for what you don't need.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
But has he topped out at Ole Miss? That's something he has to decide. Between LSU and Florida, look, you guys know you live in Jacksonville up there, right?
Yep.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee, me and you can get my Suburban, and we can go drive around a 1 hour radius and come back with a couple All-Americans and win a championship. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to go on the planes, man. The talent level in Florida is unbelievable. Can you win a championship in Florida? Hell yeah. Are you going to win a championship in Florida at LSU? You better, or are you going to get out?
It's an interesting perspective. That's Eddie O. Ed Orgeron was on XL Primetime yesterday and gave his opinions. He's certainly an interesting guy to ask, right? He's been the head coach at Ole Miss. He's been the head coach at LSU, and you can tell from his comments there a healthy respect for what Florida, I would say should be. Well, the bye week, they say, is the time to start fixing your problems. The Jaguars certainly have plenty of them, haven't they, Trevor Lawrence?
Getting healthy, for one. It's not the same for everyone. People are dealing with different things, but everyone's dealing with something at this point in the season. You played 7 games, and so just getting the body back feeling good is a big part of it. I think mentally resetting, knowing what's ahead of us. We got a 10-game stretch now ahead of us to put us in position at the end of this thing. So we need everyone in the right mental headspace, everyone healthy. So I think just using that time for that. Obviously, you kind of think about, it's hard to not think about, who you're playing next and the opponent and kind of start getting into that a little bit, but try to push some of that off just to give yourself some time to reset, because you've been going at it since training camp started, really, all the way through until week 7, and then you finally get a little time to just breathe a little bit. So I think it's a good reset mentally more than anything.
Well, there you go. As for maybe the mental reset can take hold on game day, to the tune of less than, 10 penalties at least. Maybe we can shoot for single digits out of the gate. In all seriousness, there's a lot to clean up there, and I don't think that an extra week off is going to do it. They got to go out on the field. They got to execute and hopefully put together a game plan that makes those things a little bit easier. You know what I did yesterday? I don't really do this very often, but I was just intrigued. I was more intrigued to wonder who they had at the top, but then there's always sidebar of checking in where your guy is. And I clicked on a couple of quarterback rankings yesterday, quarterback power ratings, however you want to do power rankings, ranking the current NFL quarterbacks from 1 to, I think they go down to about 36, because there's a few guys that have bounced back and forth between starting and not starting. And it's I was curious at the top. And do you have a problem with this ranking at this point of the season? Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts? Is there anybody significantly?
I have no problem with that.
Baker got up there for a while, but it's statistically and otherwise, I think the impression. All right. Just a little test here. You guys can play along in the car. It's free of charge. That's why we remain as popular as we are. One of the last things free for you jokers out there. I see you. I know what you're doing. Where do you think Trevor is?
About 16, 17.
Okay. I looked at 2 of these. The one I have up now, I don't remember where he was. I do know in one of them he was 16. In this one is CBS Sports. I'm going to continue with, I'll just continue down until you hear something egregious. They just the rankings change. It's described as they just take stock of all 32 starters right here. The rankings change as the season unfolds, built to tell the story of each quarterback's respective rise and or fall. So where do the big names stack up at this juncture going into week 9? At the very top, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts. Jordan Love is off to a real good start for Green Bay's number 5. Lamar at 6, even though he hadn't played. I don't have a problem with that. You got a game this. Lamar's playing this week, right? You got a game tonight as good as Drake May or Baker Mayfield or anyone else has been. You're taking Lamar. 6 is probably low here in about 3 weeks if he's playing.
Correct.
Anyway, Drake May is 7. Matthew Stafford 8. Dak Prescott 9. Baker Mayfield 10.
Wow, he dropped.
Jaden Daniels, 11. Aaron Rodgers, 12. He's playing pretty decent football for Pittsburgh. Sam Darnold, 13. Daniel Jones, 14. Justin Herbert, 15. Bo Nix, 16. C.J. Stroud, 17. Trevor Lawrence, 18. And I think that group, him, Stroud, Nix, Herbert, Jones, Darnold, Rodgers, from 12 to, and it may go past Trevor, after Trevor. Quarterbacks ranked lower, at least in this dude's opinion right now. Jackson Dart, Kyler Murray, Caleb Williams, Tua, Mac Jones, Joe Flacco, Justin Fields, Michael Penix, J.J. McCarthy, Andy Dalton, Geno Smith, Cam Ward, Tyler Shuck, and Dylan Gabriel. The bye week also gives coaches a chance to put one in their column. This is what I'm talking about. When you're a coach for a few years, guess what they're going to start looking at? What's his record coming out of the bye week? This is all new, obviously, for Liam Cohen as a rookie coach this year. That's for sure. But he has been around enough to know what he thinks makes for a successful use of a bye week, and was asked yesterday on just what makes coaches successful when they're coming off of some extra time to prepare. What separates?
Something I was talking to Trevor about is I think maybe the teams that maybe identify, I guess you could say, an issue, right? Issue or somewhere where you're underperforming / where what you're doing well, and either coming into this week, right, of your next game, addressing those tangibly. All right, we want to improve in this area. Well, if you just say it, might not get done. You usually, from players, you get what you emphasize very, very often. And so if there's areas where you're trying to show and improve, not just talking about it or getting the stats and showing it, well, going out, addressing it in the meeting, showing the examples, but then applying it to practice, applying it to the walkthroughs of, okay, guys, these are the tangible areas where we need to improve and what we want to improve upon, and actually go attack it. I think maybe those are some ways where you can look at people having success off of the bye is, are you addressing those areas tangibly with the way that you prepare, the way that you practice, and then obviously trying to go execute those things in a game.
The Raiders are at you're catching a desperate team here. It's Pete Carroll's first year, oldest coach in the league, right in his 70s, isn't he, E.T.?
He up there, yep.
He's in a tough division to have to try and do it, but they're just 2-6. 8 games, they've only scored 100 points, 103 points. Jags, on the other hand, in 7 games, they've scored 103. The Jags in 7 games scored 146. The Raiders in their 7 games have given up 180. Jags have given up 155. There's a reason the Jaguars are favored on the road, and this is one of those that you need to get. The Raiders so far this year 1-2 at home. Who did they beat at home? The Raiders, by the way, easy to forget this. You know where they opened the season?
Where?
The Raiders opened the season with a win at the Patriots.
They caught them boys early.
Man, how would the Patriots like to have that one back?
Right.
Be 7-1 right now. They would be the story along with the Colts. They still are to a degree, but yeah. Raiders won their opener at New England. Came home, lost to the Chargers by 11. Then went to the Commanders and lost by 17. Played the Bears at home. They lost by a point. Got absolutely crushed at Indy, 40-6. Their second win came against the Titans at home, 20-10. And then they're coming off the bye also. Before the bye, the Raiders were shut out at Kansas City. Oof. 31-0 last time. Was the stat at some point they didn't even cross midfield, or it took them forever to get across midfield? Even I don't remember exactly where that one stood out. But what could, should, or would the Jags do at the trade deadline? The columns are out now. The trade deadline's coming up Tuesday. needs and potential we might listens, at least according to Bill Barnwell of ESPN. We'll get to that. Got Matt Every in studio today. Got Daniel Murphy. Got Riley. Got the sneezes. All that and more on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
When the Dogs and Gators cross the bridge, the world's largest cocktail party becomes a fight on the first coast.
There's something special about the game being in Jacksonville. The stadium split right down the middle.
Will the Gators bring the swamp to the 904? Or will the Dogs hedge another victory? It's the chump of the swamp and the bark of the dogs. Florida and Georgia, Saturday at 3:30 on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010 XL.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Pick it here with a game winner. It's Checkmate Coatings. I've scouted them all. And this Jacksonville crew's the real deal.
I'm Brendan, owner of Checkmate Coatings. We transform pool decks, driveways, and patios with pro precision.
Score big at checkmatecoatings.com. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Hey Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
When you step into a courtroom, you're stepping into a fight. Someone wins, someone loses. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we've got the experience you want in your corner if you or a loved one suffer a personal injury or a wrongful death. We're here to fight for you. So if you get hit, hit back with Hastings Injury Law, offices Jacksonville. Find us on the web at 904hitback.com or call our 24-hour helpline, 904-HITBACK.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire offers affordable quality tires for every type of vehicle. Whether you're looking for all-season tires, high-performance options, or something more budget-friendly, Big Chief has the perfect set to keep you rolling. Their expert technicians ensure your tires are installed quickly and safely so you can drive with confidence. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your appointment and check out their unbeatable tire deals today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Fine Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, we're back here on the drill. Tough crowd, man. Sports are a quick reaction these days. Some of it is eyebrow raising, some is disagreeable, others are absurd. At least in my opinion. From the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, are the Blue Jays going to win it? And if so, does Dave Roberts need to go? Ooh. Need to go? I'm sorry. Is it Dave Roberts and his billion-dollar salaries that keep going up to the plate and whiffing away? Is Dave Roberts the GM that put the roster together? I don't see decisions within the game where Dave Roberts is killing them. I mean, they all have a misstep here or there. Hindsight can be a brutal viewpoint, depending on which side of it you're on. But just for a reminder, checks notes, Dave Roberts won the World Series way back in 2024, last year, under these burden of incredible expectations year to year now with this roster, and they're deserved. You should win. But I don't think now with it, when you have this much talent, whenever the should wins don't happen, it's on those dudes signing those paychecks and then driving off to the Palisades to live in their multi-million-dollar mansions. That's who it's on. It's on Masurs Freeman and Betts and Ohtani and Smith and down the line. And it's on them, in my opinion. Now, if you some managers need to be a little more nuanced, I suppose, to get the most out of the little engine that they can. But these dudes, it's an embarrassment of riches. I don't feel Dave Roberts managing the Dodgers into this series loss. I see the Dodgers bats going absolutely silent. Be interested to get Murph's opinion. But, yeah, he won the World Series last year. Oh, by the way, also won the World Series in 2020. 2021, 22, 23, 24. So, yeah, he's won 2 of the last 5. And, by the way, the Dodgers, again, in fairness, the question is kind of asked if they lose. No, I don't think losing to the Blue Jays in this World Series should cost Dave Roberts his job. In fact, looking at his run of success and going to the NLCS and going to the World Series and winning the World Series, that in combination with his baseball experience, he also won as a player, and that in combination with his age, you can look forward to Dave Roberts for another 15, 20 years, and he can stay every single day as far as I'm concerned. What more success can this dude have had? That's an interesting one. If you plucked me right here, ET, out of a seat and made me go be head coach or manager of a professional team for one game, sight unseen, go, I would choose the baseball manager route.
Yeah. That's easier to manage.
If you know the game, it does. You don't have to have been as intricate. I mean, it would take 2 weeks to get up to speed on terminology in football and basketball. I mean, then that's not even coaching. I mean, if you had to coach a professional basketball team for one day, I guess you know it. All right, you're in. But you don't know the rotations, breaking down the defense, all those sorts of things that head coaches know in basketball.
Right.
Again, I'm talking about you don't know what's coming. They pick you up right now and boom, you're there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right, you're coaching.
All right, I'm doing baseball.
I'll take the baseball.
All right.
Give me the lineup card. So yeah. Anyway, but again, I don't mean to come down too harsh on the texter who sent this in. But no, I don't consider the Dodgers underachievers. I mean, his response was they underachieve with Roberts and have done so for years. The roster should sweep this. Yes, the roster should sweep this. I agree. It's not Dave Roberts who's choking here under the big lights. It's the roster. It's the roster. It's not like he's making these god-awful decisions. I mean, Schneider on the other side for the Blue Jays just had the more eyebrow raisers. Like, they got into that long game the other night, and they didn't have any players left. Started substituting too early. So, yeah, no, again, I'll just say, if two World Series in the last 5 years and a World Series loss this year is underachieving to you, then I suppose he should be fired. To the rest of us who live in the real world, 2 titles in 5 years and another title appearance is not underachieving. And it cannot be described as underachieving. The difficulty in winning championships in pro sports and in the World Series in particular, year to year, managing through everything and injuries and otherwise, it is more than daunting. So, yeah, two titles in 5 years and in Game 6 of the World Series this year is not in any way underachieving. I don't care if the roster cost $20 billion. I don't care if you had an all-star team, which they almost do, but not quite.
That makes me think about Miami and when LeBron was in Miami. 2 out of the 4 championships. That's definitely not underachieving when LeBron was in Miami.
No, that's not underachieving
Correct.
at all. And you went to the finals the other 2 years.
Correct.
Like again, the standard has become ridiculous. And I don't mean to tag everything social media. I equate that with instant reaction.
Okay.
Quarterback has a bad game, he should be cut. He didn't have a bad game, he sucks. Right? Coach does something wrong, he should be fired. Coach wins the title 2 years later, he's sub 500, he should go. We're acting that way a little bit too. The same generations that think and thought that way are going to be in decision-making, positions. Again, we have a college coaching search right now where the governor seems to be running things. The gov. Hello, governor. All right, remember a couple of weeks ago when Woody Johnson, I thought, stepped way out of form and took some harsh shots at Justin Fields?
Yes.
As it turns out, Fields was forced back into a starter's role because of injuries. But at the owners' meetings, Woody Johnson said it's hard when you have a quarterback with a rating that we got. Adding, if we could just complete a pass, that would be good. Oh, by the way, the reaction from around the league, it wasn't good. It didn't age well for him. In fact, did you see what Alex Smith said?
No.
About that?
No.
Yeah, maybe the problem is you, Woody. Maybe you look in the mirror. You have the longest playoff drought in all of the NFL. It starts at the top, it trickles down. This is cowardly. This is an owner that's deflecting because his organization is terrible, and he drove the bus over a 26-year-old quarterback.
Dang.
Well, Fields, good for him. He bounced back, had a good day at Cincinnati, and at least we'll have that win. But now another name we're familiar with says that he can certainly empathize with Justin Fields, a former Jets quarterback. You know him as Jordan Travis. Jets picked Travis in the 5th round of the 2024 draft recently. He was on a podcast. Is it the Travis Takes Two podcast? Whatever that is. I assume his, being Jordan Travis. I'm tying this together. The Jets picked Travis in the final round. In the 5th round of 2024, despite that devastating injury that we all saw he suffered that ended his final year at FSU prematurely. Travis ended up retiring earlier this year after rehab was unsuccessful. Despite dealing with a serious leg injury, Travis remembers Woody Johnson asking him, quote, "Are you ever going to get healthy?" Jordan Travis went on, "That guy, no disrespect, but there were things that were said to me, not obviously to that point because I never got on the field to play, but about my leg, just slick comments." I don't know if he was trying to be slick about it, or you know how some older people, they just say whatever comes to their mind. Kind of made me feel a certain type of way. He's basically saying, yeah, it hurt my feelings. That's how you get away. You're allowed, kids, to say you hurt my feelings. You don't have to dress it up with code words. Yeah, it made me feel a certain way. Now, not how you feeling, never that, Travis recalled. There was always comments like that. It kind of upset me, but it kind of rolled over my head. Jordan Travis obviously never recovered from that injury. Just a peek into the mindset of the apparently tyrannical owner of the New York Jets. All right, back with more from the Jags. The injury report came out yesterday, so I'm going to fill you in. Nobody listed as out, nobody missing. Bunch of guys limited, including one very important guy that Liam Cohen referenced yesterday. I'll let you hear that when we return. Still got a football fix to come. Got Doc Kevin Murphy. We'll get that squared away on the injury report as best we can. We got Matt Every in studio with us, the former two-time winner on PGA Tour. I think his arrival's about 8:30. Riley Skinner, ACC Player of the Year, will join us at 8 o'clock in studio, talk college ball, talk Florida, Georgia. Daniel Murphy, the National League Championship Series MVP, will help put a capper on the World Series as it shifts back to Toronto. A decorated panel here, and me, as we move along on a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is your VSIN Action Update, brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Baltimore Ravens, a 7.5-point favorite of the Miami Dolphins at Hard Rock Stadium tonight on Thursday Night Football. The total 51.5. The Jacksonville Jaguars on the road to the Las Vegas Raiders. The Jaguars are 3-point road favorites, 44.5 the total. The Raiders have lost 8 straight against teams with a winning record. In college football Saturday, it's Georgia and Florida in Jacksonville. The Bulldogs are 7-point favorites, 50.5 the total. Wake Forest, a 9.5-point dog at Florida State. Baylor laying 4 at home with UCF in Big 12 football. Progressive helping veterans drive their lives forward. More info, keysofprogress.com. With your action update, Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Jacksonville is game time, and just like the Jaguars fight for every yard on the field, Duck Duck Rooter fights for every customer at home. From plumbing repairs to septic pump outs to keeping your AC cool all season long, we've got the winning playbook. Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and delivers championship service every time. When plumbing, septic, or AC problems put you on defense, don't fumble the call. Dial 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval Sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey ham, melted cheddar and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval Sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. Okay, I've finally come around. I'm now convinced, like all of you are, Lane Kiffin needs to be the next coach at the University of Florida. I didn't feel that way before. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see if he was as good a coach as he was a guy that's a personality. In addition to being a guy with swag, a really good personality, he's a really good football coach, and he's the one guy that can fix a broken program, and the Florida football program is about as broken as it's ever been. And I think Lane Kiffin should be the next coach. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here. Looking for a dealership that makes car buying easy? Let me tell you why Nimnik Buick GMC is the place to shop. At Nimnik, you'll find unbeatable prices, a huge selection of Buicks and GMCs, plus flexible financing that works around your budget. Whether it's a new SUV, a work-ready truck, or a certified pre-owned, they've got you covered. They back it up with trusted service and transparent deals. Don't wait. Shop 24/7 online at NimnikBuickGMC.com or visit the showroom on Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
Joe C. here, and boy, oh boy, I've got a great deal for you traveling home team fans. If you plan on going to the Titans game up in the Ville, you can stay where I'll be staying in the heart of Nashville, at the Omni Nashville, super close to Broadway Street, as well as Nissan Stadium. They've got a killer rate for 1010 listeners. Just go to our website, 1010XL.com, and click the Omni link. Come hang with me, Joe C. in Nashville the weekend after Thanksgiving. It's the holidays, so let's celebrate with a big game in Nashville and stay at the Omni Nashville.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Frank Frangie for Lee and Kate's Glass, still family-owned and in business for 100 years. When they say you're going to see a big difference, that's for everything. Custom showers and spas, tabletops, mirrors, even replacing foggy windows, all at a more affordable price. And with your satisfaction absolutely guaranteed, Lee and Kate's Glass is your best choice. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
With Lee and Kate's Glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $3,600 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Welcome back on a Custom Tree Surgeon Thursday. If I ask you who the best player is for the Raiders, who would you tell me, E.T.?
Mason Crosby.
Max Crosby.
Max Crosby.
Didn't practice yesterday. He left the Chiefs game. Fans kind of held their breath over that injury heading into the bye week. The Raiders, in addition to underperforming, have been bitten by the injury bug pretty bad this year. In fact, against the Chiefs, the last time out, that 31-0 game, they didn't have Max Crosby. They didn't have Brock Bowers. They didn't have Jacoby Myers. They didn't have their tackle, Colton Miller. Now, three of those guys were out before the game, but Crosby sustained multiple injuries. He'd already been dealing with a knee injury compounded by a brutal hit in that game. But even though he didn't practice yesterday, Pete Carroll, on a variety of topics, and one was the injury and the status of Crosby. And Pete said Max should be back in action. We're going to give him a couple of days here because he had back spasms so bad that he really couldn't even get started in the game. He did everything he could valiantly, but couldn't. So expect, even though he didn't practice yesterday, I would expect that Max Crosby would be able to give it a go. They've been without Brock Bowers. He was a full go yesterday, so going to have to deal with that. That's never easy. Meanwhile, on the Jags side, I mean, it looks pretty good from this standpoint. I'm sorry, we do have one did not practice, and that's Eric Murray, the safety, and that could be a big one, right? The safety is a sore spot right now. And I'm going to miss having Murray in there. He seems to have been a bit of a ball hawk. He's around the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
Gino will throw it to you now. If you play right,
he will.
If you play it right, he'll throw it to you a couple of times. This should be a game where the Jazz can get that turnover, mojo working, a little bit. So, yeah, Eric Murray, the only one that did not practice at all. But De'Ami Brown's got a shoulder. Dennis Gardeck, a chest. Jordan Lewis, a neck injury. Quentin Morris is a backup tight end, bothered by a groin. Tim Patrick groin. Brian Thomas Jr. listed limited with a shoulder. So we'll see how the limiteds play out as the week goes on. Also, we'll at least keep an eye on Max Crosby, who did not practice at all yesterday for the Raiders. Meanwhile, the other name who's listed at least as limited, back out on the field with the calf injury, it's Devin Lloyd. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist or a head coach, but we'll let Liam Cohen tell you just how valuable and important Devin Lloyd has been. I mean, we've all seen it with our own two eyes, and they see it as well.
A little bit more on the quieter side, early getting to know him, and then you talk to him and you hear a very mature dude, and just he had specific goals that he wanted to accomplish this season, and I thought he attacked it in the exact right way. Like, you look at the offseason program, wanting to get faster, a little bit more athletic, be a little bit more dynamic. I thought he attacked it the right way. He came in training camp. We had multiple conversations with him. and just this is what I expect. These are my expectations for myself as a player and how I can help this defense and this team. And that's what it's been the entire time that I've gotten to know Devin. He's obviously made a ton of huge plays for us this season, and have a lot of respect for the player and person.
So far, one of the initial roster decisions that had to be made was a serious miss. When not picking up the fifth-year option on Devin Lloyd is a disastrous decision. Again, hindsight is it gives you a much clearer picture, but could have had him on the fifth year of his rookie deal next year, not worry about it, put it to bed. And right now, you can sign one of two, Devin Lloyd or Trayvon Walker.
Devin Lloyd.
Yeah. That leads us to a football fix. Because while we would wonder who we would sign, Trayvon Walker or Devin Lloyd or Trayvon Walker or whoever else may be competing for some Jag cash, there's really no debate up in Detroit. Or obviously they've seen enough from.
They had enough
from a guy who's already deemed top 5 rush end in the league. Some year he'll probably be a defensive player of the year one year, have a 20 sack year. He's Aiden Hutchinson. And he's gotten a 4-year contract extension worth $180 million, $141 million guaranteed. I've seen some stories. Jags get an idea what to pay Trayvon Walker. If you pay Trayvon Walker like Aiden Hutchinson, I can't help you.
Hey, won't they do that, though?
How can you?
Yeah.
How?
Just based off of him.
No, where he was drafted?
Yeah.
We're 5 years in, boss. No, let's go find a guy where you are, and I'll pay you like that guy's getting paid. No. Trayvon Walker either take a hometown, I'm still going to be my best deal. If some other sucker wants to pay Trayvon Walker that kind of money, good luck to you. The guy's had it. Look, he's not a terrible player. That's not the point. He doesn't deserve top 5,
Hutchinson's only behind Parsons.
Top 2. Well, that he deserves it. He's been all-pro already. He's been a defensive rookie of the year already. He's had 17 sacks. I mean, he's a freaking home wrecker. We got to knock on the door and, leave a note guy, not a home wrecker. Knocks on the door and puts a note under the mat. Nice and quiet. So, Hutchinson gets a 4-year extension. 25 years old. Cornerstone of the defense. Established themselves on the time. Just reading what they write here, gang. He's already returned to his dominant form after he broke 2 different leg bones last year in week 6. 6 sacks this year. 29 quarterback pressures is second to only Parsons. 4 forced fumbles, tied with Joey Bosa for the league lead.
That's all this year?
That's this year. He's tied for second in sacks created. In other words, he gets there first, and the guy slips, and your
teammate
gets to get one. Tied for second in sacks created, interceptions created. So he's earning pass rush wins even when he doesn't get his 6 sacks. He was a Pro Bowler in 2023, had 11.5 sacks. Continuing with the football fix. We got Thursday Night Football tonight. Lamar seems to be on a mission. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays. I would be tempted to play those old player props. Be careful right now. Fed's probably got us all under a scope right now when it comes to these player props. But, it feels like Lamar wants to bust out a little bit, doesn't it? We continue with a football fix. The Eagles stay active. They've traded for some cornerback depth. They get Michael Carter II and a 7th rounder from the Jets for wide receiver John Mechie and a 7th rounder next year. Those 2 corners that were so good last year as rookies, Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, they're struggling a little more this year. Mitchell especially. I saw him getting burnt the other day. So there's some of that going on there in Philadelphia. Falcons optimistic Michael Penix Jr. can return against the Patriots. Boy, he better. And by the way, any value that Kirk Cousins had at the trade deadline may have gotten petered away this past weekend, where they were just embarrassed at home by the Dolphins. Terry McLaurin back out. Held out for all that cash, and he's not stayed healthy a lick. Jaden Daniels, they say, is in line to play. I mentioned Brock Bowers ready to roll for the Raiders. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and the home course and Joint Creek Golf Club. Turn to the 7 o'clock hour. I got the trade deadline is Tuesday. I'm sure the Jags have been very, very active from the minor to the big, just to explore all options. So Bill Barnwell of ESPN kind of has a league-wide perspective on buyers, sellers, names for your team that you could either be looking for or perhaps be willing to deal. So we'll look into that when we come back on the other side. Got a lot of help coming in today. We got the Riley Report live in studio. That's at 8. Doc Murphy before that. We've got Matt Every going to join us, former PGA Tour winner. He'll sit in for the second half of the program. I'm expecting a pop-in from Daniel Murph. Murph, just shoot me a text if I'm accurate in that. As the World Series on the verge of a shocker, and I'm here for it. Listening to The Drill. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on 1010XL.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. When the defense delivers, victories pile up.
This is where you find out what you're made of on defense.
Superior Fence and Rail highlights the defensive player of the game.
Down he goes!
On 1010XL. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Big number 1 Duval Ford is trusted by Duval families, Duval businesses, and law enforcement across Florida. We're Jacksonville's largest Ford dealer by new Ford sales with the biggest service facility to keep everything in your driveway and in your fleet on the road. Shop Big number 1 Duval Ford on Cassett Avenue for our low prices and nationally recognized service-first experience. Big number 1 Duval Ford, proudly serving North Florida since 1916.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosser here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 166171. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Mikhail Petrie, a senior football and soccer player at Stanton College Prep. Mikhail is a member of the National Honor Society. He is also an AP Scholar with distinction.
It's your boy Big Sirs, All-Pro lineman, and your lemon pepper guy. Nothing screams game day like Wingstop. But get this, every Saturday and Sunday this football season, score big with Wingstop's special deal. Order a 75-piece wing pack online at wingstop.com or the Wingstop app using promo code JAX15. And that's $15 off. Carry out or delivery, it's your call. Use online promo JAX15 or $15 off a 75-piece wing pack. Fire up your game day order this weekend with Wingstop.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Why wait for a reason to send flowers? Celebrate life's little wins, or just celebrate you. Stop into the showroom on Beach and Southside, or online at JacksonvilleFlowerMarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market. We make every day bloom.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. When it's smooth as silk, Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Football season is all about hanging at home and watching the big ball games. Well, if your AC and heating unit is letting you down and keeping those electric bills sky high, think about getting a new energy-efficient AC unit from Florida Home AC. They've got great deals on replacements plus rebates and incentives to make it more affordable. Call Florida Home AC at 777-4300 and get their expert staff to take a look. Football season is all about fun and playing for the win. Make sure you have the winning team on your side with Florida Home AC.
Ticket here for Action Garage Door. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. When it does, I call Action Garage Door. They take action. Jeff Menard and crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action. Check them out. Garage Door 911, garagedoor911.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Sunrise Heating and AC North Florida. Jags gear up for the Raiders, and that means dealing with Max Crosby.
His ability to get to the quarterback, just the strain, the relentless effort.
Florida faced Georgia with the Dogs riding a 4-game win streak. The game live Saturday afternoon starting at 12:30 on 1010XL AM and 92.5 FM. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:06, it's 52 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller. Stay tuned for the 7 o'clock hour next, right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
This is like that arms moving real fast kind of dancing music back in the day. They're doing this stuff, like a Saturday Night Live skit here.
A Will Ferrell type vibe.
That's what that gives it. Became almost a parody of itself. It was had its own avant-garde musical vibe, and real quick became just like, just the background of silliness right now, isn't it? Be wary of the prop bets these days, ladies and gentlemen. You couldn't pay me to put. I'm not putting a prop bet on an NBA game. God forbid I win. They come looking for their money back these days, the way it's going. But I have this Shazam spotlight to lead us off here in the 7 o'clock hour. And this, ladies and gentlemen, one of the many reasons why you don't bet. Okay, you want the latest example? Goodness gracious, what in the hockey sticks, my man? James Harden's points prop last night was 20.5. Clippers in action. James Harden had 20 points at halftime. James Harden finished with 0 points in the second half.
What?
And 20 total points. Bettors
What?
are ticked.
Wow.
Prop bet 20.5. He had 20. And by the way, he's not known as a wallflower who's going to go into his shell, is he? My man James Harden, if he's got 20 at half, he's more likely to get 50
yeah.
than he is 20, right? So yeah, there's that. That's why you don't bet, kids. Yeah, it's the Friday 5-pack for entertainment purposes only. We'll get to that tomorrow. Bill Barnwell has given his spin on the NFL trade deadline. Which teams should add or subtract? In other words, this kind of gives them a prism on where they see us. Right? If they put you in the ad, they believe in you a little bit. If they put you in the subtract, you're definitely kind of unloading and rebuilding and trying to get better for the future. The perfect franchises do a little bit of both, but we'll skip all the formalities and take you right down to Jacksonville. All right, here's what he writes about the Jags. Biggest needs, tight end, kicker, safety. Man, tell me you haven't watched the Jags without telling me you haven't watched the Jags. Tight end, kicker, safety? No? How about edge rusher?
Right.
Got 8 sacks. How can the biggest need Look, we went through this. Unfortunately, right now, with injuries and otherwise, you can make some arguments, but I think I need an edge rusher and a receiver that can catch the ball more than a tight end. Now, the receiver, you don't make that move. You got 2 first-rounders there. They got to perform. Tight end, if we're going to not have Strange the rest of the year, that's fair. I mean, these are no names running around out there. They're going to give you good day from Munt or Long. It's going to be 2 catches, 28 yards. Strange was a weapon, was leading the team in receiving. All right, I think this is kind of a fair synopsis. The Jaguars are still figuring themselves out. They've already beaten Patrick Mahomes and lost to Jake Browning. They're still in the thick of the playoff hunt in the AFC South, but the Colts 3 games ahead. It's going to take a sweep of Indy if the Jags want to win the division. While there's been fanciful talk about potentially trading second-year wideout Brian Thomas Jr., what the Jags and their new brain trust really need is time to settle in. This team signed a bunch of new starters in free agency, then traded for Greg Newsome earlier this month. It's still figuring out the best role for Travis Hunter, who just had his most productive game as a pro in the loss to the Rams. James Gladstone could move on from some of the players he inherited from the Trent Baalke regime, such as Mason Smith, Jarian Jones. But I would suggest that the Jags stand pat and give their roster time to coalesce. I kind of think that's what they'll do. If they do go get someone active, I don't think they can afford to trade Travis. Mason Smith's an odd one. I'd like to get the truth from inside the building on just what the deal is with Mason Smith. I guess you just can't get him. I mean, he says the right things. A huge dude. When he plays, you seem to catch your eye once a game, which is kind of more than we say for others. Is anyone? I mean, you remember seeing Kalen Saunders all year?
No.
No. The other guy, what's the other guy's name? Johnson? Where was the other dude we signed? Where are these? What are they?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good answer. He puts notable trade candidates Travis Etienne Jr., Mason Smith, Jarian Jones. Jarian Jones, I expected more too, right?
Yeah.
I think we did. All right, how do you respond to your boss? What's the best? And listen, bosses could and should get after you from time to time, right? There's certainly a separation, and I think this can get lost in the feelings maybe sometimes, but there's a certain separation of a professional interaction and relationship and a personal one, and they can be different sometimes. But that being said, how do you respond to managers? Ones that just drive you hard, stay aloof, or the ones that after a project goes down, they'll meet with you and they'll come to the table with, yeah, maybe I should have done this different. Just appreciation for that, right? Comfort as an employee if your boss is taking at least ownership of some of what's gone wrong. It sounds like a little bit that went on, and Liam has referenced his conversation with Trevor. It sounds like those two really sat down for a piece. No one's gone into specifics, but it sounds like those two dudes got as best they can on the same page. And part of that discovery, look, we can talk scheme and injuries and this and that. We'll do it week after week after week, preparing for this week's opponent, right, and talking about the game that's upcoming. It's also when you have a new head coach, you learn the personal side, how he's dealing with players, what he's doing. And, it doesn't always have to come from sources, say. Sometimes they'll tell you. So here's Trevor Lawrence on a meeting with Liam Cohen and just kind of like the dispersal of reasons on why some things have gone wrong with the offense.
The way Coach has done it has been awesome. It's been very, I'd say, genuine, very honest, and he shows examples of hey, this is, because it's one thing to say, hey, I got to be better here, and but then not to have any really examples of what you can do better, and for him to, he'll put stuff up there and say it in front of the team of, hey, this was not my best call here, and this is what I, and how he's going to fix it moving forward. And I think just stuff like that as players, that he's not just faking it. He actually believes that there's things that he needs to do better to help us. And we know as players, there's a lot of stuff we need to do better to help him. So I think that accountability is really cool when everyone is taking their share of it, because you all want to take more accountability when you see people around you doing it.
Well, hopefully that reaction and that mindset leads to results. It registers, and that's where you really find out. Because, honest to goodness, we could care less sitting in Section 312. We could care less about your feelings. Care less about how you're jiving. We see that big thing up there with all those neon lights. We need a higher number under the column that says Jaguars, right? Let's just get some wins. Starts at least the opportunity to pick them up, stack them starts with a trip to Vegas to play the Raiders coming up on Sunday. All right, we'll come back with a 10-minute drill. ET, you'll fire them at me, and we'll answer some of the headlines that are percolating around the sports world. Got a big day here in studio. Multiple PGA Tour winner Matt Every going to sit with us for half the show. Riley Skinner, former ACC Player of the Year. The Riley Report, college football talk. That's less than an hour away. I might get a drop in with, I put it out there. Let's see. I do that last break. Is that what I did going to break?
You did.
Doc Murphy on the phone. Well, good. We ain't got enough mics. This is the drill. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
So not expecting any movement on the Florida Gator coaching situation anytime soon. This is a process that's going to take some time and going to be needed to be played out. Obviously, Lane Kiffin is the popular choice. I think Florida's also going to put emphasis on their general manager, and whomever they hire may have some say into who they hire as a coach. Remember, college teams are becoming more and more like NFL teams, and college teams are modeling themselves after NFL teams, and the general manager position is becoming more and more important at the college level. Let's see who Florida picks as a general manager. I think they'll hire him first and then turn their attention to the next head coach.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
He's skilled in the art of diplomacy.
I'm Defense Minister Dmitry Mishkin.
Get insights and interviews from Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline when he takes you behind enemy lines.
The CIA has no knowledge.
Delivered by Palo Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
It's now time for our halftime trivia with Jeff Prosser. What's hiding in your air ducts right now? A, dust and allergens. B, mold spores. C, last season's popcorn. D, all of the above. If you guess D, you're right. So call Lloyd's Heating and Air for a new system and get 50% off duct cleaning. Residential and commercial. Family owned, trusted by North Florida. Dial Lloyd's Heating and Air or visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air. Keeping you comfortable in every season.
When you buy online, you really cannot tell because you're not looking at the stone. So it's impossible to buy a stone online that you could really see everything about it. You have to buy a diamond in person.
That's John Lupo at Beards Diamonds, who says one big mistake is trying to buy a diamond online. Because each diamond is unique, you need to examine it for yourself.
Otherwise, you can get fooled, you can get tricked, and that's not a good thing when you're spending thousands of dollars.
At Beards, John's son Ben says they give each customer the ability to compare multiple diamonds in their price range. Not just on paper, but up close inside and outside.
Go outside in the natural daylight. That's the best test to be able to see the exact color in the stone, see the brilliance in the stone, and the fire and the scintillation, which is very, very important.
People want to know what they're spending this money on, and they also want to be protected.
That's why Beards takes it a step farther with a money-back guarantee and a trade-up policy that guarantees you will always get what you paid when you upgrade. Buy with confidence at locally owned Beards Diamonds in St. John's Town Center.
Like to learn how to fly an airplane? Well, you're not alone. High Flying Jacko here, inviting you to listen Sunday morning. We'll start your aviation career with a 60-minute ride on the airwaves of 1010XL. The High Flying Show, Sunday at 9 on 1010XL.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Hey, Hickett here for my friends at ITP Partners. We're facing interesting economic times, right? Dow goes up, Dow goes down, Dow goes up, Dow goes down. Tariffs, I can't make sense of it, but my guys at ITP Partners can. Jacksonville folks taking care of my Jacksonville money, and that is a comforting thing. It's the experience, it's the expertise, it's the knowledge, and it's the openness of Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Janice Cobbin, Reed Wingate. They're always there for me, right? Always there for me. And listen, 3 generations of Hickens have invested at ITP Partners, and they listen, and they give us each individualized strategies where our goals become their priorities. It's a great time to get in the game. ITP Partners are always there to help. Chris at ITPPartners.com. Easy to get a hold of, or call 312-9751, 312-9751. They're ITP Partners. They're my financial partners for life.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and this time of the year, Honda has such a great lineup, especially when you want to get out on the road and just cruise.
Temperatures letting up a little bit, like Oktoberfest is coming. Legendary Honda Goldwing, legendary Honda Rebel that's now an automatic. Lots to choose from and lots of easy riding.
And the price range and the size of the bike, you have a wide variety.
We do, from entry points to the finest of the fine.
All right, check them out. Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency or their Facebook page.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. Call 904-722-1111.
Instant Keys saves the day if you've lost or broken keys. They can program new keys and remotes for nearly every make and model of vehicle at a fraction of the dealership cost. Fast, honest, and reliable locksmith service. Call Instant Keys, 722-1111.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it!
We're going to rock right now. We call it the 10-minute drill. Let's take you over the landscape of the sports world. E.T. will be my co-pilot this morning as Dan Hicken continues living the dream. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday, and we're ready to set the plate. What you got in there, my man? How we doing today? Good?
Man, I can't complain, man. More blessing I deserve.
You know what I noticed here in the new digs?
Holla at your boy.
And by the way, they're feeling more and more comfortable every day. What a move up we did.
What an upgrade.
That's an upgrade, man. A big-time upgrade. So shout out to probably don't give it to them enough.
Yeah.
Shout out to management, Steve Griffin's our GM and Richie the engineer, Tom.
Yeah.
All these dudes did a lot of work giving us this beautiful place, and we do
Absolutely.
we do appreciate it. So I lost my train of thought. That'll happen.
I forgot where you was.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you something. It'll
What you noticed?
Yeah. I know what there you go. Part of the new digs here is we got window. We got a window front office.
Yeah.
You telling me it's 7:20? It's still dark outside?
I'm trying to look too. Like, whoa.
What time y'all get up at Googans? What are y'all doing out there? How do you get? You tell me these little kids are walking off to the bus stop and it's pitch black every morning?
But I guess time's going to change, right?
Is it this weekend?
I think it's this weekend.
It's either this one or the next.
It got to be because it's pitch black out there.
Now. And I get, and I'm up early on the weekend. I just don't notice if I'm around the house, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe I do. This seems later than ever, though. Are you kidding me?
It's about to be 7:30.
I mean, we're gonna knock it back, and it's still gonna be dark at 6. It never gets light around here like 6 in the morning. We know we drive in. I guess no, it doesn't really.
Not while I'm driving.
It just there'll be a crack of dawn sometimes at right around 6. But man, it's dark out there.
Yeah.
I'll be careful. We're worried about you now. We got a window.
Right?
Yeah. Out of the hole and into, gin pop.
Now that
what do we got?
I don't know if anybody heard, but the Blue Jays won Game 5 of the World Series last night.
I give the Blue Jays credit, man. They're not afraid of the Dodgers at all. They're not afraid one bit. They got a bunch of dudes that been playing top-level baseball since about May, and they haven't flinched, have they? They lost Game 1 of that World Series. They bounced right back. They went out and they lost Game 3, and they've gone boom, boom, combo, return. And up 3-2 going Toronto for the first time all season long. I can't confidently say it was always the Dodgers.
Oh, man, yeah.
For the first time, I will say, hey, credit Murph yesterday, by the way, said he thought the Blue Jays would win last night.
Mm-hmm.
I think part of that was wishful thinking, but hey, I'm not going to shoot down a man's prediction. So up 3-2, I guess the Blue Jays are now for the first time favorites to win it. They should be. You got to win 1 out of 2 at home, but that's the boogeyman coming. That's the boogeyman. That's a big, bad assortment of talent that's coming in from LA.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think it's so important for Toronto in the game 6, which I'm assuming will be Saturday or Friday. Game they got to get off to a quick start. Like they can't don't let the Dodgers get the bats, rolling and have a blowout win and carry that momentum over. The Dodgers bats are the story here. Savage is his own story. I'm going to tell it in more detail. But what this guy did this year, going from low A ball all the way to the majors in a single season. By the way, I did the research. Not the first time it's happened. It's happened, I think, what was the exact? 9 other MLB players have earned 4 minor league promotions to the MLB level in the same season since 2005. But this is the first one that you really took note of. So
that got to be like notable for like male athlete of the year type stuff.
12 strikeouts and no walks last night. First time it's been done in Major League history, and it happened on a night where Trey Savage now has more playoff innings this year as a starter than he had regular season innings. He wasn't called up to the Blue Jays roster after 4 promotions already. No, 3. Low A to A, A to double, double to triple. His 4th promotion up to the majors didn't happen until mid-September. Made a couple of starts, impressed them enough to get on the postseason roster.
How do the scouts miss a guy like that?
That's a question I have to do a deeper dive. I don't want to give you an answer just on what it supposed it could be. I'm guessing he either, most likely, it's a command thing. Most likely he probably didn't control the strike zone before. He was dealing with control issues. Had too many walks, not enough. And he probably picked up a pitch. Sometimes they'll learn a pitch and it becomes a dominant pitch. And his last night they were talking about he has some slider that moves different, except for like 2 other pitchers in all of baseball. So if you get it on and you got command and control, which he had last night, can make really good athletes and multi-million-dollar hitters look silly.
Good for him, man.
So yeah, you Savage. I tell you another little Shazam moment last night, but Schneider hit a home run on the first pitch of the game, and it's the first time in World Series history that the first pitch left the park. So you Savage making history last night. They made history at the top of the order. No Springer, by the way, the last 2 games. They won both of them. Yeah, it's starting to feel now like it was always the Blue Jays. They got that. Although, listen, my Braves were up 3-2 on the Dodgers in an NLCS and had them dead to rights and then lost the series in 7. So I'll believe it when they're pouring champagne and Molson there in the Toronto locker room.
What a Saturday night for sports fans. You got Florida, Georgia, and then you possibly got a Game 7 in the World Series. Because wouldn't Game 7 be Saturday?
I would. Let me just double check here. But yeah, it would have to be Friday, Saturday. Which, by the way, is that? I guess. Let's see. Friday, 8:00. And then Saturday night, 8:00.
Ooh, that's the day right there.
That's a good spot for it. Let me look at the college. Let me look at the college football schedule real quick. And see what the night game is on because if we got a Game 7 Saturday night, your boy here will watch every pitch.
Yeah.
So I'm not really seeing if there's a college football game I'll be watching. I'm seeing what, if any, college football game I'm going to miss that night. Okay, so let's go down to this week's college schedule. Obviously, swamp sessions may cut into my plans for an inning or 2.
True.
But the night games this week, I got South Carolina, Ole Miss, Purdue, Michigan, Georgia Tech, NC State, Oklahoma, Tennessee, USC, Nebraska. Nah, that's a nope. I'll check out Tech. Just do that for, Holmes and my brother. Oklahoma, Tennessee, I got a couple 2-loss teams. That's not going to do it for me. And I'm not going to be in a college football mood at all after Georgia waxes us by 20.
True.
Go Gators. All right, what else you got?
Man, Aiden Hutchinson signs that $180 million extension with $141 million guaranteed. But what does that mean for our former first overall pick, Trayvon Walker?
I mean, unless I'm missing, it means that's the money you could have if you were as good as him. I mean, there's no way in the world that this should be in any way viewed as some sort of model for what Trayvon Walker should get.
Going to get a bag, but what will his bag look like?
I don't know what the assortment is. He should be paid by like the 20 to 30 in the league, a secondary, a strong second rush end. That's what it should be paid like. If you're going to get paid those big bucks, you got to be the number one. At the very least, you got to be the number one rush end on your team. The sack numbers have been okay. They've been, and I like sacks, so I'm not going to dismiss those. But you can't ignore all the other things that just don't show up. If you look at a graded ranking of edge rushers, he doesn't pop in the top 25 ever. And Josh Allen, even without the sacks, does for however they deem it. We just don't get. I'm not committing a bunch of money to a position that needs upgraded. That's how I look at it. I mean, we keep talking about trade down. If they add, what do they need? We keep talking about edge rushers, don't we? Pass rush. They need pass rush. Probably not the best time to be judging Trayvon Walker coming off the injury. He's played that cast. He may as well have sat, man. I haven't seen that guy the last 2 weeks. He's been relatively invisible.
And then I get it.
Just A for effort for trying, I suppose. But we didn't stop anybody, did we? Especially against the Rams. So I don't think it means anything. If you want to put pressure on other teams, you can't pay Trayvon Walker like he's a top 10 edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
You're already paying Josh Allen that way. You can't pay Trayvon Walker that kind of money. He hasn't played to that level of money. Now, God forbid, he'll sign with the Bills and he'll be all pro in 3 years. I'd like to keep him. It's not my money if it fits in the salary cap, but I can't see a world where that would be like expecting, I can't even think of an example. De'Ami Brown to get Justin Jefferson money. Right? Maybe that's too big of an exaggeration, but there's a significant difference between a first-team All-Pro player and a guy who's never even sniffed the Pro Bowl. That's what we're talking about here. Man, that'll be the gift that keeps on giving. We handed Detroit that guy. That's the other side of it. Forget about what the Jags could have had and passed on. We handed the Detroit Lions. We're the Michael Jordan draft is what we're going to be.
Yeah.
Right? Took a good player, and you can make argument for why, although that one you never could. Somebody on the text line said, don't worry. Ultimately, that short arm length is going to catch up with Hutchinson.
Yeah, okay.
Sure it is.
How would you feel if Eddie O was to don that orange and blue as the new head coach for the Gators?
I know. I probably need to be a little more serious than Eddie O. Yeah. He's embraceable. Eddie O is so chaotic though. He'll give you the highest of highs and then he'll turn around and drive the fan base crazy. Those players the
players would love him.
They'll love him, but here's what I know about Eddie O. Outside of the natty that he won with Burrow, and let's just get out of the way.
Yeah.
Eddie O could have the kind of team that they could play one week and be like the number one team in the country, and then play the next week and lose to like Mississippi State. I don't have it right in front of me, but it just feels like they'd have a team that could be 11-1 and they'd end up 8-4. But boy, to your point, his players loved him. All right, let's close the book on the 10-minute drill. We'll continue exploring the sports world. We're the Magellans of sport, and unlike Dan, we continue to take the correct path. Remember when he proclaimed that he was now an explorer?
He got it all figured out.
He's like Vasco da Gama over here, and he had it all figured out, and he's like screwed it up 4 times since then.
Yeah,
and that was only a couple weeks ago.
It was only a couple weeks ago.
It's safe to say the new world would have been safe had it been Hicken and not Columbus. Hick would have just rediscovered England, is what he'd done. He'd gone halfway there and turned around. You're listening to The Drill. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. We got some freshy in there for you, so E.T.'s going to hook you up. What you got, E? We'll be back with Doc Murphy.
I got a $30 gift card to Top Dog Tavern. That's a classic American fare right there in Bartram Park. All you got to do is hit me up right now at 904-641-1010.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
My dad, Randy Marion, has been in business for 35 years.
35 years of taking great care of your customers.
And our community. It has also been 35 years that my dad has been the king of price.
Yep.
So now's the time to fall into savings and drive in style in a brand new Cadillac.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They're all in stock and ready to drive today.
Come see us today at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
And don't forget,
tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Plus tax type title $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Here's hoping for a Raise the Roof football season. And here's knowing Next Gen Roofing is up for any job. Game day or storm season, you need a team you can trust. And you know what? You don't need a glitzy roofing company. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, no nonsense.
solid roofs at competitive prices and a commitment to the First Coast community. Right now, save up to $300 on your next roof replacement. When you need a roof, you need Next Gen Roofing. Team with you, it's a win every time.
Looking for your new favorite hangout this football season? Try Voodoo Brewing Company in the heart of San Marco. Locally owned and community focused, Voodoo Brewing serves up award-winning beers, scratch-made upscale pub fare, and laid-back vibes where everyone's welcome. For live music, trivia nights, and all the football action this season, make Voodoo Brewing Company Jacksonville your new favorite spot on San Marco Square.
Hey, Hick here for Lockhart Construction and Roofing, longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his dad. His guys are from here, taking care of people who live here, people like us, the Hickens. Oh, man. Lockhart family's done such great work at our house. We basically remodeled our entire house. We appreciate them. We do project after project. Always good to see them. They're fast, friendly, affordable. They're clean. Everything you want in a contractor, they take care of. But also, don't forget, it's Lockhart Construction and Roofing. And, of course, they've been doing roofs around these parts for decades. GAF Master Elite Warranty, Master Elite Contractor. Nobody better than Lockhart Construction and Roofing. So, at some point, you're going to need a roof. And if you do, remember Lockhart Roofing. They'll take great care of you. If you have any types of questions, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. That's how he works. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart, Lockhart Construction and Roofing, 994-3865.
Jacksonville is football season, and Duck Duck Rooter is proud to be on your home team. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we tackle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning problems with championship-level service. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com.
Congrats to former Florida Special Teams ace Brandon James and safety Todd Johnson's induction into the Florida Georgia Hall of Fame. Friday, October 31st, presented by Miller Electric. To attend, go to flgajax.com/Hall of Fame.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the First Coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boaters and landlubbers, friends, four-legged and two, this is Lisa the Botanista with a huge announcement. Freedom Boat Club is opening a brand new 4th location. That's right, Freedom Boat Club St. Augustine Shipyard is now open. Now members can enjoy unlimited access at Julington Creek, Jacksonville Beach, St. Augustine Comanche Cove, and St. Augustine Shipyard. Freedom Boat Club members also enjoy reciprocal access to over 400 locations across the world. There's never been a better time to join. We are offering our biggest discount ever to celebrate our brand new location. We own and maintain an entire fleet of boats. Join the club, and as often as you like, you can do water sports, inshore fishing, offshore fishing, sandbar hopping, dining on the water, or just cruising around town. Visit us at the St. Augustine Shipyard or stop by any of our locations to see what the Boatsiège experience is all about. Visit us at freedomboatclub.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists is not affiliated with the NFL or the Jacksonville Jaguars. Discussion regarding injuries is solely based on opinion. Coming up, the weekly Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Medical Report featuring Dr. Kevin Murphy, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon specializing in sports medicine, upper extremities, and arthroscopy of the shoulders and knees. Dr. Murphy is a nationally and internationally recognized orthopedic expert. He's a former orthopedic consultant to the White House and the Pentagon, and currently serves as head team physician for UNF, the Jacksonville Icemen, and Northeast Florida area high schools.
All right, he's a mover and shaker in the medical world. Sometimes we just can't pin him down in studio, so Doc Murphy joins us via the hotline this morning. Doc, I'm coming at you fast and furious. How you doing, my brother? You good? You good today? Everything good?
Yeah, I'm doing good. We just got some administrative stuff happening here today.
Yeah, the man gets you somewhere or another. Got you in a cubicle doing a Zoom meeting, I bet. Did I nail
exactly
it?
right.
Yes, I did. I nailed it. Thank you. I'll be here all week. All right, I want to get I got 4 or 5 from the sports world. We had a couple of folks on the text line that had a question for you I'm going to include here this morning. First, Devin Lloyd, a limited participant yesterday when we last left this storyline. It was a calf strain. He left the Seattle game, didn't play the second half. Stayed home, didn't even go overseas with the team. So, was inactive for the Rams game. Now you get the extra week with the bye week. His best guess, what Lloyd's status would be this week?
Yeah, I would predict he's full speed. They haven't hinted that it's more than just a strain of his calf, meaning an Achilles issue. So hopefully that's it. And he's full speed. I would suspect that he is.
All right, Lamar Jackson, Doc, will return tonight. It seems like they were, I don't want to say extra cautious because you don't know how severe the injury was, but, it's been a good 4 or 5 weeks since we last saw Lamar. The Ravens, I think, went 1-2 without him, maybe 1-3 without him, including the game that he left. So they certainly need him. You got to be wary with Lamar. I mean, this is just Captain Obvious. I don't need to be the top orthopedic in town to tell you, in the world, I should say, to tell you that when you're a running quarterback, a hamstring injury concerns me a little more.
Oh, absolutely. And the way he runs.
Right.
I mean, he's a
Start.
sprinter. He's not. Yeah, he's a sprinter. He's a quick burst kind of, twitchy guy. So those guys tend to rip their hamstrings more often than others. And when he, we've said it before, they've tested him, they have him running, doing whatever. But game speed is a whole different thing. When somebody's chasing you or somebody's pulling on you and you try to push away, it's a different stress on that hamstring. So, it always seems you bring him back too soon. But he's been out a while, so we'll see. But I predict he won't do as much running as he has.
The thing with the hamstring too, Doc, it feels like when I was a kid, when the hamstring popped, it was always some dude running a long sprint. Where we're seeing these quarterback athletes now in the pocket when they just doing their darts, right? When they're darting through that pot, like we saw DJ Lagway against Georgia last year, hurt his hamstring in the pocket. I think Lamar's happened like that too, just a little. He wasn't in a full out sprint. It's just those quick change of directions can make you even more susceptible.
Oh, absolutely, and particularly if somebody's got a hold of you and you're having to really push off hard. They're moving you in different directions sometimes when they have a hand on you and things. And, yeah, absolutely. The quick burst kind of push off is when you're going to see it more commonly.
All right, Doc, serious question. I'm not even poking fun, but what's sciatica and how does LeBron James – I think of sciatica probably wrongly. I think we both do as an older person's illness or condition or
well,
what is
sciatica
it? What is it? It's and what are the symptoms here and how long would – the expectation be that LeBron would be out? The way Austin Reeves is playing, by the way, he may not have a job when he gets back, Just saying. Anyway, Doc?
So sciatica is nerve pain down your leg.
Okay.
So it's basically your sciatic nerve, which goes down the back part of your leg down to your foot. So if you have pain down your leg kind of past your knee, it's termed sciatica or sciatic nerve pain. So it's typically – there can be a number of causes, but the most common one is a disc in your lower back either is inflamed and pushing on the nerve or it's herniated, meaning the disc material is contained within that space, kind of pushes out and sits on the nerve. But either way, it's a pressure against the nerve that causes it. So it could be a minimal thing that he needs chiropractic care, epidural steroid injection to get that to shrink down the pressure off it, or it may be a herniated disc where that material needs to be removed, where you hear these microdiscectomy surgeries where you have to remove something that's pushing on it.
We hear about athletes being bothered by disc issues, or I haven't heard sciatica used as often. Is perhaps it's probably occurring more. It's just not maybe publicly stated that way. You can just say you got a disc.
Yeah, it's more the symptom pain description as opposed to actually what the problem is. It doesn't really tell you what the problem is. It's probably a herniated disc or a bulging disc that creates the pain, which we term sciatica. I
once was doing a TV story many moons ago, and a player had a bulging disc, and it didn't come out that way when I said it. You use your imagination. How I may have misspoke. Yeah. Haha. All right. So if you get into surgery, just dichotomies or kectomies or whatever mies it was. But is that a season ender? And how old is LeBron? Is he 40 yet?
Yeah, he's 40. I think
mean,
he's 41. He'll be 41 here
is
soon.
this how like? I mean, is how's his career? Is his career impacting here or no?
Well, it could be. I mean, he's older for an athlete, and the basketball players put a lot of stress on their back jumping and landing. I mean, and he's a big dude, so that's a lot of pressure on your back. So if he has kind of a Tiger Woods scenario where he has arthritic changes in his back along with the disc pushing out and bulging or being herniated, then you're looking at more than just a microdiscectomy. If you just remove the disc, that's a quick recovery. That could even, you could be back in 4 weeks probably.
Well,
if you're taking the disc out and fusing the spine, well, you're done. You may be done forever. So I don't think it's that because he hasn't had chronic pain with his back, but it's probably more likely the simple disc problem that would be a simple fix if he, in fact, needs that.
The Hawks' Trae Young left the game last night, and they were concerned that perhaps it was an ACL. He injured it. He was like, they fell into his leg, and then he tried to play for a few minutes. They pulled him sitting back to the locker room. Interesting that they can tell before the MRI, and you've spoken to this before, whether it's an ACL. And, they've said it's not an ACL. They're going to have an MRI today, but I guess you can just kind of maneuver the knee, Doc, and tell if it's an ACL tear?
Yeah, there's a couple tests we do that, most of the time, I can tell, and I'm sure the team doctor there can tell whether the ACL's torn right away. Now, sometimes if it's the guy's really uncomfortable and you can't really get a good exam because he's really guarding and tightening his muscle up, it may be difficult. But I see him in clinic all the time, and I tell them it's their ACL and we'll prove it with an MRI, but you can tell most of the time.
All right, and one last thing. George Springer has missed the last couple of games. They say he faced velocity pitching in the cage before and may have even been available to pinch hit. It just sounds like he's pulled an ab or something. Is that what we're dealing with here? A core injury, quote unquote?
Yeah, I was going to say probably a core thing that, in all likelihood will play through. So I don't anticipate that being a big deal.
Yeah, and fortunately for them, they were able to win 2 games without him. All right, just a couple from a couple listeners here. A man is texted in that his daughter, a softball player, has a Baker's cyst in her left knee. Curious on the recovery time for that to feeling 100%.
So we get that all the time. That's a common thing. A Baker's cyst is swelling of the back part of your knee.
Okay.
So it's not truly a cyst. It's the result of swelling and problems inside the knee. So you picture your knee joint capsule as like a balloon full of water. If you squeeze it in that little bubble that kind of pushes out, that's what a Baker's cyst is. So it's a swelling of the capsule. So it's a result of the problem, which is something in the knee. So if you have a Baker's cyst, you need to delve into that further to see if, in fact, she has a meniscus tear or something else that's causing the Baker's cyst.
Okay. All right. And then I had one more here. 66-year-old man, separated AC joint, torn rotator cuff, labrum, and bicep tendon, frozen shoulder. What is realistic recovery time after surgery?
Ooh, that's a lot.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, so all that said, that's depending on what the rotator cuff looks like, hopefully it's repairable. If it's a chronic rotator cuff tear that has no blood flow to it, sometimes you can't fix those. So, I'm assuming that's on an MRI, it has all that stuff. But if it's a repairable repairable rotator cuff, all those other things, minus the bicep tendon, get fixed. We don't fix that. There's 2 tendons to the bicep. The one that goes into the joint tears, you don't need 2 of them, so we don't repair that. You repair the rotator cuff. You might have a labor repair, shave all little spurs off at the AC joint and so forth. So the recovery on that, sling in my world, that's a sling for 4 to 6 weeks, 3-month recovery that you're healed, 4 months you're working out again pretty comfortably.
All right. Well, that's encouraging timeline, I would think, for all of that. All right.
Yeah.
Doc, appreciate you, man. Off to the more important stuff, and we'll talk to you next week.
Hey, you did. I was going to send you Scadaboo's.
You've matured so much, Doc. I appreciate it. Our relationship took another level. Like some dudes, if you texted one of your guy friends, you say, "Hey, man, I can't see that stuff," they would send you more and more of it, right? The more they saw. Doc eased off of the gruesome injury of vids and memes he would send me. Scadaboo was pointing the other way, Doc. Is that you come back from that? full speed?
Yeah, they said it was an ankle dislocation. His bone was sticking out through the skin and pushing his sock up.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a fracture of his tibia. So, yeah, you can come back from that. That's a Aiden Hutchinson kind of thing. But, yeah, he'll need that surgically fixed, but he'll come back.
That's like if you put a turkey leg in a sock and then snapped it in half. That's what
Yeah,
that
pretty
sounds
much looks like that.
Oof.
Yeah.
Doc loves it. All right, we'll talk to you next week.
All right, my brother.
JackSportsDoc.com, Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Back with more next. Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulls Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
It's a powerhouse showdown between 8-1 teams. The Bulldogs end the regular season in Lake City against the Tigers. Bulls, Columbia, Friday at 7:30 on 1010 AM.
Hey Jacksonville, Rick Ballou here. Looking for a brand new truck? Right now, Crew Cab Ram trucks start at just $38,900 at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram West Side. And every new retail purchase comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty and no extra cost. From tough Ram trucks to adventure ready Jeeps, they've got the perfect ride waiting for you. Stop by Commonwealth Avenue or shop online at jackswest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram West Side, proud partner of the Jaguars.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Will the call of the Dogs be the hedge to victory? Or will the Gator Walk come through Jacksonville? Florida Georgia Week is enhanced by Ackerman Urology and Cancer Center and 904 Gutters with a Z on 1010XL.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,700 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule a free in-home consultation and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation, but only until October 31st. 18-month financing is available. Call 904-878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, pal, you look troubled. Is something bugging you?
This friendship isn't all upside for me, Jason. People keep asking me stuff about you.
They ask you about me?
Is it really cooler with Bueller, they ask? So I say, totally. And they say, how do you mean that? And I say, he fixes air conditioners, which literally makes somebody cool. But he also has cool sunglasses and cool people and a cool family.
And I try to make working at Bueller Air and Plumbing a really cool experience for our technicians and plumbers. We treat our people like gold, and they treat our homeowners the exact same way.
Great. Well, now there's another cool thing I've got to remember. This is a lot of responsibility, Jason.
Life can get hectic sometimes. If you don't take a moment to slow down and appreciate all the cool parts, you could miss it.
Do people ask you about me at all?
Weirdly, they do.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Okay, Jacksonville, it's Hicken here with a game changer. I've tested the field, and Checkmate Coatings is my new go-to for durable, jaw-dropping floor coatings, man. I'm talking garage. Oh, start there. Patio, pool deck, driveways. They can do it all. Talk to Brendan. He's the owner of Checkmate Coatings, man. He's been in it. He knows what he's doing. He loves it. And he's got true Jacksonville folks keeping prices low with no massive overhead. So slam dunk those floors. CheckmateCoatings.com. That's CheckmateCoatings.com. It's Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece. Da-da-da-da.
Been in a car crash? I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All right, I want to take you to an alternate universe that's not as far away as you think. It's just about, 2 states over. But imagine right now in the middle of the Florida coaching search. Actually take you back to maybe the day that Billy Napier was hired, and you learned that all of the forces that would be were gathered in the governor's mansion where Ron DeSantis was running the show. And then after Billy Napier was fired, Ron DeSantis stepped out on the steps of the Capitol or the governor's mansion yesterday and told everybody just how Florida was going to conduct their coaching search, just who would not be in charge of said coaching search. And the more I say this, the more I might be in favor of Ron DeSantis doing exactly what Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry did yesterday. This is straight out of some deep South Apple bingeable series. What's the show I saw? One of y'all in the text I could tell me. Jeff Daniels was the old college football player, and he was a business developer around Atlanta. It was that old Southern charm with some college football mixed in. The governor of Louisiana, Jeff Landry, told reporters yesterday just how the LSU coaching search would take place. I can tell you right now, Scott Woodward, that's the LSU AD, is not selecting our next coach. Okay. Landry then criticized Woodward for agreeing to the 10-year, $95 million contract with Kelly that included the incentives that has LSU on the hook now for $54 million. Landry criticized Woodward for making the same mistake twice, pointing out what we talked about here. This dude's $120 million in arrears when it comes to coaching searches. Landry, the governor of Louisiana, said yesterday to reporters, it's in a tweet, it's a press conference setting, we are not going down a failed path, and I want to tell you something. This is a pattern. The guy that's here now that wrote that contract cost Texas A&M $70-some million. Right now, we've got a $53 million liability. We're not doing that again, and you know what? I believe we're going to find a great coach. Then he, grabbed the taxpayer's shield, to validate his comments and apparently his role. Now he says, I won't have a role, nod, wink, wink, in the next LSU head coach. He says, I have no animus against Brian Kelly. I don't dislike Brian Kelly, but I think it's gotten to the point, I think they realized the spirit of the team needed to change. All I care about is what the taxpayers are going to be on the hook for. I was also not happy with the fact that we are raising ticket prices while we're having a losing season. We're paying a coach $100 million and we're not getting results. He acknowledged he called the LSU officials to his governor's mansion Sunday night to go through the here's and whys and hows of getting ready of Brian Kelly, whose family just never quite embraced him.
You're never going to let that go away.
His family did just never quite return that paternal feeling. So there you go. That's just adds a layer. Look, there's a couple ways to look at this. I mean, if you're a coach going somewhere, I already got 3 bosses. You tell me I'm going to answer to the governor while I'm there too? Want me driving over to the governor's mansion on Tuesday mornings for a weekly sit down with him? Does my wife/girlfriend have to be best friends with the governor's wife? What's going on here? The money is going to be the same, isn't it? And from that talk, it sounds like LSU, they're going to put at least a cap on any kind of buyouts. They're going to put a cap on any kind of outrageousness, although he also in the same breath said they'd spend whatever it takes to get the right coach. So I'm sure it's the same mentality at Penn State, the same mentality at Florida, but I couldn't tell you who the Pennsylvania governor is. And to my knowledge, Ron DeSantis hadn't had the press conference yet where he tells everyone how Florida's football coach is going to be selected. But that's how they're doing business out there in Louisiana. College sports passion. Could you imagine the governor going out and it's suggesting what the Saints should do at
That's wild, man.
head coach or GM?
Right, just all in it.
All right. The Jaguars aren't the only local team that's Vegas, baby, this weekend. The Florida Gator basketball team will open 7 o'clock Monday night. What a great opener. Going to find out right away. They take on number 13 Arizona, so it's by far the biggest and best game on the opening night schedule. College basketball officially opens. You're seeing a lot of these scrimmages and exhibition games that through social media or through team posts. You may have seen some highlights like Florida and Illinois apparently scrimmage down in Orlando. Depends on where you look who won the daggum thing. Illinois claims victory and won, but it looks like it was instead a Photoshop, like it matters. But Florida and Arizona on opening night in college basketball, the only matchup of two ranked teams. Thank you for putting it on at 7 o'clock for us back here in the East. I mean, you got Arizona as one of the teams. You are in Las Vegas. It's been very easy for that to be a 9:30 tip. But for at least your boy here, I'm looking forward to Florida starting the season. I mean, this is a cruise control year. Todd Golden has proven the kind of coach he is. There's too much talent there for them not to be a 20-plus win team and a high seed in the NCAA tournament. So should be a fun ride. If you haven't paid attention yet, the Gators' schedule is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun, man. They've got this matchup with number 13 Arizona. Tuesday, December 2nd. Okay, in between then, they'll have a home game with FSU, so that part of the rivalry. Don't forget, Gators play the Canes here in Jacksonville. That's coming up. That's Chargers Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
You can go for a sports doubleheader. The basketball's at 8:30, and the game will be at 1. But Florida also plays at number 6 Duke. So you got number 13 Arizona, big name brand basketball, right? You're playing at Duke, who's number 6. The next week, you take on UConn. You've got your SEC schedule, obviously, is harder than ever to navigate, right? I mean, we saw what the SEC did, like where they put 5 in the 8 and 3 in the 4, or something like 2 in the 4, 4 in the 8, whatever it was. Auburn, Tennessee, Florida, and Alabama all acted in the tournament just like they acted in the regular season, like top 5 teams, and had to knock each other out in some cases for them to keep going. So Tennessee obviously is on the schedule. Alabama is ranked. Kentucky's ranked. Arkansas is ranked. Some of these teams they play twice. Also a deep league again, but those non-conference games are a lot of fun. Before Florida ever plays a conference game, they open the conference season January 3rd. And so really in the next couple of months before they ever play a conference game, you get matchups with number 13 Arizona. You get matchups with number 6 Duke. You get a matchup with number 4 UConn. I think there's also a holiday tournament in there where potentially they're going to face another. I can't remember who it is, but another ranked team. Like they're in one of these brackets that if they win game 1, they move on. So anyway, what you got in there? You keep looking, you're side-eyeing me like he's trying to get me in there. I see. Got it. This.
Always trying to stomp the boys.
Okay. All right.
Man.
What you got?
So last time we did this, rushing leaders in the NFL, Travis Etienne was 4th in the league in rushing.
Okay.
What I have here is a list of the top 10 rushers through 8 weeks. Jeffrey Prosser, I want to see how many of them can you name correctly.
Okay.
The top 10 rushers through 8 weeks in the NFL.
I don't cheat. It would be no fun to do I don't need to impress you people. You understand that, right?
Right.
So I don't need to pull up the rushers and pretend like I get it. It does nothing for me. The fun is trying to get them right. And I'm willing to be wrong. This is where not having a fantasy football team is going to hurt me. For the first time in 29 years, I do not have a season-long fantasy football team. If I did, I would be incredibly up to pace here. But I think I can get this.
Right. The top number is 850 yards. The low number is 519.
Good years. All right, I'm gonna go. How many are there? 8.
Top 10.
Top 10. Well, obviously Jonathan Taylor.
He is numero uno at 850.
James Cook.
Number deuce with 753.
All right, I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna go through when I think they guys got. I think Derrick Henry's in the top 10. What? Hold on. I can't.
Yeah, you're just talking out loud.
For real? For real? Wow. Doesn't have 500 yards, huh? Huh. All right. Well, let me keep going then. What about, we did this a while ago, and J.K. Dobbins was up there.
That is correct.
Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins is third with 634.
Wow, look at that. J.K. Dobbins, number 3 in the NFL.
Right.
All right. Jahmyr Gibbs?
Jahmyr Gibbs, ninth with 526.
Bijan?
Bijan is sixth with 540.
I got to think Dowdle with that 2-something got up over
Rico
5.
Dowdle is fifth with 605.
How many am I missing?
You are missing 4, 5, 7, and 10.
Missing 4, 5, 7, and 10. Okay, let's circle back. I'm just thinking out loud here. 10 could be Christian McCaffrey. Panthers, Falcons, no. You know who I bet is 10th? DeAndre Swift. No, it's a miss. Saquon, he had the huge game.
He is 10th with 519.
Okay. So I'm missing 3 more. All right, I'll get these. All right, let me go through the list. Breece Hall?
Breece Hall. He is on here. He's fifth. No, I'm sorry, he's sixth.
Okay. So I'm missing
581.
So I'm missing. What am I got one more. Who am I missing? Number 4.
Number 4.
Is ETN still in the top 10?
He is 11.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. I'm missing number 4, huh? All right. Wow.
Also, you didn't say 7 as well. So I need 4 and 7.
Is it Josh Jacobs? No, he doesn't feel like he's done much this year. Give me 4 and 7. We got to go to break. I got to get
Javonte Williams.
Yeah, I knew that one.
You did. And A-Chain.
Okay, I wouldn't have got A-Chain. I knew Javonte Williams. He must have been the one that was 6th.
And that's the top 10 rushes through week 8.
Wow, well, we'll keep you posted. All right, let the fun begin. It's we're going, multi-mic here for the rest of the program. Riley Report is next. Matt Every going to join the program. We've got more football talk, baseball talk, and you got it right here. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
With so many stars on the field, there's always one that burns brightest.
When he flashes, he is something to watch.
Who will be this week's Universal Roof and Contracting Offensive Player of the Year?
Watch out
on 1010XL.
I know it's too early to talk about the holiday season coming up, but my friends at Beards Diamonds are stocking up like never before. You don't have to rush in, but when you're ready, Beards will be ready too. This is Jacksonville's local diamond powerhouse. No middleman pricing on exquisite diamonds. Unlike the other stores in the town center, Beards is not a Wall Street-owned jeweler. They're family-owned. Say hi to the Lupos when you go by. Great folks here in Jacksonville, been here for decades. And, man, they run circles around those conglomerate stores to claim they have direct pricing. Beards beats them every day. If you're wondering about lab-grown diamonds, Beards will teach you. They have natural and lab-grown, and they can educate you on both so you don't make a mistake. And don't forget, Beards, case after case of fashion jewelry, rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, colored gemstones. Bottom line, you don't need to shop anywhere else. Beards is local. They got a massive selection. They stand behind what they sell. They take care of local customers, 100% accountable because they live here. Check them out, and you will see Beards Diamonds rocks.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, gang, it's football season, and I don't know a bunch about chips and dip, but I know this. If you got chips, then you need dip. And if you need dip, let me tell you the dip for your chips. It's Daisy French Onion Dip. You'll love the new Daisy French Onion Dip and a Daisy Ranch Dip as well. Game changers. These are delicious as homemade dip, made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. You've got to try the dip of deliciousness. Look for Daisy French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
Hey, it's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, but we both want to know, have you done your will? It's something you need to do, something you need to take care of, something to get on your to-do list, but don't just leave it there. Get it done. You got to get your assets to the people that you choose. You work hard for your money. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson's your guy. He'll listen. He'll help you out with your decisions. He'll provide you all the info needed. It'll make all your choices easy. They're the Hinson Law Firm, and they got all the answers. If you have questions, reach out. 527-1700, 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Do you have numbness and tingling in your fingers, or wake up at night and have to shake your hand? Hi, I'm Dr. George Bari, and at Bari Orthopedics, we have a myriad of treatments that can possibly help you. If you have numbness and tingling, you may have carpal tunnel. We have cortisone injections, PRP injections, and shockwave therapy that may help treat the numbness and tingling that you have. We also treat it surgically with endoscopic carpal tunnel release, a 2-centimeter incision that will release the nerve and have you back at work and doing what you want to do in life in no time. If you have numbness and tingling in your hand, give us a call at Bari Orthopedics or log on at bariorthopedics.com.
It's holiday season and it's not too late to find the perfect spot to celebrate with your team. Fourscore is a place that brings the energy, where great food, craft drinks, and unreal vibes meet cutting-edge full-swing simulators. Don't play golf? Do not worry. With over 40 interactive games, Fourscore has something that everyone will enjoy. Perfect for company outings, birthdays, and even private events that go beyond the ordinary. With locations in historic San Marco and centrally located Gate Parkway, Fourscore is ready to make your next celebration unforgettable. Hit the easy button and book your event today at fourscoregolf.com.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for a limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. Jag QB Trevor Lawrence says the bye week was all about getting back in sync as a team.
The open week to get on the same page, talk about some stuff, what we need to get better at, what we need to correct.
SI says Florida's DJ Lagway could finally break out. Georgia's pass rush lacks the bite unless they blitz, giving the Gators a real shot at Saturday's game. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 8:12, it's 51 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. And now, Catlin Truck Accessories brings you the Riley Report with Riley Skinner on 1010XL.
It's a special day, E.T. I mean, to what do we owe this unbelievable occurrence? I told Riley, you know what? You guys will appreciate this. I'm going to just unleash the same line. You know me by now, Riles, but you know Step Brothers when they're driving in and the the one dude says, I haven't had a carb in 3 years. That's Riley. Riley looks like he hadn't had a carb in 3 years. Huh?
Come on, Pross.
Yeah,
We were reminiscing over different donuts you like.
Yeah,
I'm a breakfast
that's fair.
guy. I'm a
Yeah,
breakfast guy
okay.
this
Yeah,
morning.
when's the last time you had a donut there, boy?
It's been a minute.
It's
That's
been
all
a
right.
minute.
I'm not a big
How long has
sweets
it been
guy.
for me? But I don't know. Last time the donut store was open.
Right.
Yeah, I carry mine different. How you doing, friend? What about this week,
Oh,
Florida, Georgia
fantastic.
week? We'll get into some of the issues, and there's some big ones percolating in college football. But what a week. I mean, we all know who you've rooted for. We're not going to hold that against you, but just for what it means to the city, they're going to go bye-bye for a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's important that it stays here. It's a huge. It's a
I mean, it's huge. I mean, it feels like a little
spectacle.
going away party for a little bit, but man, it's always been the Super Bowl of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I mean, even since I was a kid, like it was bigger than anything during the year. Monster Truck came in second, but Georgia, Florida was first. Look, man, it's the most fun time of the year. Weather's absolutely killer for the weekend, and what an odd game situation we got laid out in front of us just
Yeah.
for the whole, the
Yeah.
whole whole Florida deal. But honestly, I think it makes it more exciting. Like
I'm
if
more
you're a Florida fan, you're like, let's roll.
I'm more optimistic with the unknown than I would have been with Coach Sleepy Eyes there running at us.
Well, you see it every time. Look at UCLA, right?
Yeah.
Neuheisel comes in, they're terrible, and all of a sudden they start, upset Penn State. They do all the things. I think Florida is going to play as free and
Are they good enough, Riley? How much Georgia have you watched? I haven't watched a ton of Georgia.
I honestly have watched an average amount of Georgia, but if you look at them, they're averaging.
They're efficient, is what they are.
They're very balanced. They're not turning the ball over a ton. They score 30-plus points a game. They're giving up 18. I think it's like 18 points a game, but it's a very balanced Georgia team. But to me, though, like Florida's got the talent. We've seen they've got the talent if they can put it together. I think this isn't one where I don't think Florida can be like methodical in what they do.
Got to hit plays.
They got to have explosives. They got to have something weird on special
Dallas
teams.
Wilson's got to hit a play. These guys got to hit.
It's got to have.
DJ's got to have a game.
100%. It's got to be something that like flips the momentum in the game quickly, gets the crowd into it, and it comes out early. And I think you're gonna see the kitchen sink thrown out.
I feel like it's going to be a good one. I'm not predicting necessarily Florida win. I'm not. They're 7.5-point underdogs, but like these games go one of two ways. You lay down, you quit. We're going to find out a lot about that core down there.
I don't see
the DJ, the Miles Graham. They're not talking like they're ready to quit. They want to go out and prove they're still good players.
I don't see any quit, especially early on. I mean, we've talked about Georgia historically this year has started slow.
Yeah.
Like Georgia starts slow. DJ Lagway comes in. I mean, Dallas, I think it's just going to be an exciting game where you're going to have some funky stuff.
I hope so. I mean, it would deserve at least a good game. Obviously, depending on which side you want the win first and foremost, but be an upset
special team. I want to if there can be a special teams touchdown in Florida's favor.
Could make it different. Vernell Brown could be that guy, but Georgia's got all those athletes too. Again, I'm guilty of not watching near as much. When you got to do swamp sessions, you have to watch every miserable minute of Florida season.
Gunnar Stockton's, I think, got one pick on the year.
Like I said, efficient. Now, you tell me what goes into this, but I have in front of me, however they, accumulate the numbers. But the national offensive efficiency rankings.
Okay.
What would that entail? If I'm asking you blind, if you're the leader in offensive efficiency. Is it just a combination of down and distance and conversion rate? And
I would say combination. This would be my guess.
Yes.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I would say you would have a second and 6 or below.
Okay.
The amount of times you have a second and 6 and below, obviously interception ratio, and then third down conversion.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what
it's kind
I
of
would
in
say.
line. That sounds efficient. Well, the national leaders, the national tote board here of offensive efficiency rankings, Georgia's number 1 in the country.
Is it balance on run pass? What is it?
I don't know what it is. I only have the list.
The formula?
I don't have the formula. I
We
have the list.
ChatGPT in our lives now.
I've never used it. What is that?
Oh, come on.
I chat to you and me is what I do. The SEC, by the way, Georgia 1, Ole Miss 5, Alabama 6, Vandy 10 in the country, Texas A&M 11, Arkansas 13, Tennessee 14 in the country. Florida, in case you're wondering, with old Billy Sunbelt there, 64th. Better than South Carolina and Kentucky. Ooh.
I don't even know how to react.
How do you keep up with that Mark Stoops offense? Boy, it's tough. I know, but yeah. There you go. The point here was not to drag Florida. They're thankfully going in a new direction. Now, what? All right, so game, you expect a good game. You're not ready to.
What I didn't expect was the way Georgia played against Ole Miss. I was thinking if Ole Miss got out quick and started scoring, it was Ole Miss was gonna take them. And I mean, to see
that's a good bounce. That was a good comeback.
See Georgia come back and put up 40+ and all that in the fourth quarter. I think that was the biggest surprise to me from the Georgia we saw up until mid-October to that game. It was like, oh, they can be explosive.
I think the one thing, and Georgia's never had to rely on this in the past, and I wonder if it's not an indicator of, the great teams don't also deserve to be the lucky, at least from getting the breaks. Like Auburn, that's a touchdown. We all know it. They might lose that game. Tennessee, they trailed late. They hit the fourth down. They went for it all on fourth down. Remember, they hit the long touch. Yeah, they don't complete that. They lose that game. So they have, Georgia's romp to their titles hadn't involved a lot of pulling themselves out of the fire.
Right.
They've been
Correct.
romping
They have.
and they've had a number. Now you can look at these couple different ways. They're tested in a different way than they have been in
Right.
years past. But man, you keep living on that edge, you're gonna topple
Eventually,
over
the
at one
ball's
of these
going to bounce
times.
a different way.
Yeah.
I don't think it's this.
No,
weekend,
I don't either.
But I think it's a fun one.
I do think Florida is more equipped than what the record and the situation would tell you.
I do think you're going to have a fan base of Florida that's going to be pretty fiery.
I think
That's
so,
going to be
too.
out there like excited to
Yeah,
watch.
I mean,
just to
again,
cheer for you, no Napier.
it's not just excitement, Riley. I mean this, and I'm not a fool. I can act like one sometimes. I literally am more optimistic for success with two guys having the team for 2 weeks than I would have been if Napier were leading them this week.
I would agree.
He is that bad that I
agree.
will take two. You could have got me a high school coach and given me 2 weeks, and I wouldn't have thought, well, we got a worse chance. It doesn't feel that way. All right, these coaching carousels have gotten as ridiculous as the NIL situation. Look, this feels like something out of like a Grisham novel or a Prime Video limited series, where the governor apparently runs LSU football. Now, I know there's back channels, but boy, people will say the quiet part out loud these days. So in case you missed it, and we've talked about it already this morning, the governor, bottom line, of Louisiana came out yesterday and said, yeah, our AD sucks. If you think we're going to let him pick again.
I saw that.
What is that?
It's
He talked like he
Louisiana
was a
for you,
sports
baby.
radio host. That's the same thing, Dan. I wouldn't let him pick it. He's $122 million in arrears on his last two.
I mean, when you put the numbers out there, I think to save face, like they've got to put it out there and make people understand like how asinine these coaching buyouts and these contracts are. It's wild to me. Absolutely wild. But
you got
that's the
two
most
issues, though.
That is the most Louisiana thing I've ever heard.
You got
from
two
the
issues,
governor
though.
to come out.
You've got the buyout, but you've got these astronomical numbers, and you're going to have to put together the most competitive offer. I tell you, the first thing Florida does, oh, yeah, we'll give you a buyout.
Yeah.
You're darn right we will.
Right.
How long you want it? If I'm Florida at this point, whatever LSU's given, again, if you believe in the guy, and if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. There aren't a ton of them out there. He seems to be the one that would fit the mold best for a guy you'd want to hire. Agreed?
Who?
Lane Kiffin.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he just is. It was summed up this way. That LSU, Tennessee and USC and Raiders, that was baby Kiffin.
Yeah.
This is grown man Kiffin.
He seems a little different.
He's grown man Kiffin. He's not falling up, but they're winning game. I mean, they're eyelash
They're
away
right
from
there.
being
I mean,
undefeated
to
and beating
think he
Georgia.
took Ole Miss from where they were to
Correct.
now is just hats off to him, and they're rolling. And they every time they're, the games are they're never getting blown out. I mean, they're going toe to toe with anybody in the country at all times, and they're like you said, they are a razor's thin margin from being in the conference championship. And
these are unfair questions and they're unfair comparisons. There's no way to accurately answer them. But your thoughts as a football fan and a guy who's played at a high level. If Lane Kiffin were the coach of the Gators this year, would they be 3-4?
No.
They'd probably be
Absolutely
5-2 or 6-1. Or
Agreed.
he's already beaten, by the way, a couple of the teams that Florida couldn't.
Yeah.
Right, including LSU.
I mean, he brings a whole different
His
level
offense,
of
creativity,
excitement to the
correct,
program,
and success
to the city,
now.
and
Again,
success and everything.
It's
Like,
not it's baby Lane Kiffin where his daddy was good and he's a personality. Now he's a
Right.
guy who goes out and wins 10 games in the SEC.
But I think
every year.
what I like about Lane is you see the defense he's putting together. He has put. Now, granted, they just gave up 40 to to Georgia, but at the same time, like they've had a front seven historically in the last few years that has been lethal. I mean, they've got guys that so it's not just a flashy show on offense. It's that plus he's putting together defenses at Ole Miss that allow them to be a top 10 team in the country. Yeah, I 100% think if Florida gets Lane Kiffin, it could be off to the races with the recruiting side down there, which I know Florida's has always been a step behind some of the bigger programs from a recruiting standpoint. And I mean, I don't know who else would be better at this current situation than Lane coming down here.
It seems like a no-brainer, and when something seems like a no-brainer, if you have been in this desert that Florida has been in, buyouts and potential be damned. At some point, believe that you're getting the right guy, and you know what? There's an argument, and wouldn't necessarily make it, but Brian Kelly didn't have fireable results. You know, not for his contract, you got to listen. You have disappointing years, dude. You don't. He didn't seem fireable to me. I get it. Those things. Now you made that decision already. But if I'm Brian Kelly, though,
unlikable.
If I'm Brian Kelly, there's no way I'm giving you this buyback, any of this money back, this buyout. No way in the world. You know why? Because I believe I can come here next year. We'll go 11-1 and we'll compete for a national title. That would be his mentality.
Yeah.
And that's a fair one to have.
Agreed.
But it's a different world, bro. It's a different world now for coaches now. I mean, I got people on the text line thinks Dave Roberts should be fired if the Dodgers don't win the World Series. Guy's won 2 of the last 5. And he's in it this year. There's those types of feelings. Oh, fandom's great, isn't it? You're going to stick around for another segment. We're going to get the roll and lock. We're going to welcome Matt Every to the. He's coming a little saucy. I don't know, like a little saucy with that text.
Last night,
a little sassy with the text. It was just a little bit. I mean, we're kind of doing a show just to get him like walk around, shoot flares up. I mean, you two are grown men, man. Successful grown men.
Florida golf logo.
Look at it. All right,
That's good
we got this. All right, it's becoming happy hour. We'll go to break, come back with more. Let's do the drill. Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday on 1010XL.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is the game right here. If they're able to make a play.
It's the top of the highlight reel.
What a play!
The Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game on 1010XL. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
To catch more fish, you gotta think like a fish. Captain Kevin and the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show, reeled in by the Pest Pros at Royal Pest Services, and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
Pickett here with lots more on George Moore Chevrolet. Hey, Justin Moore, what are you doing in our commercial?
Dan, this Moore just wanted to remind folks of vehicles less than $20,000 on our lot. Or you can always go more with our Silverado EV.
I have my boy Blue, that beautiful Gator Blue Silverado. Love, love, love it. And that service department, second to none. Let's just say it means more to Gabe and the boys who take great care of us.
Not to mention, we do more for the community. We love Jacksonville. Been around these parts since 1986.
George Moore Chevrolet. Need I say more?
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.group.com.
This football season, Hurricane Grill and Wings is your game day getaway. Catch every play with the perfect drink in hand. Handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita, Spicy Guavarita, Old Fashioned, or the Red Bullerita. Beer more your style to watch the games? Enjoy an ice-cold Bud Light. Game day cocktails and Bud Light specials are here all season long at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find a restaurant near you at hurricanewings.com.
Now, the Hurricane Report. Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The Miami Hurricanes score 42 unanswered points as they destroy the Stanford Cardinal 42-7 on Saturday night. Yet again, the Miami defense was spectacular, holding the Stanford Cardinal to less than 150 total yards. Malachi Toney had another great game, but it was Mark Fletcher, the star of the night, with 3 rushing touchdowns and 106 yards. The Miami Hurricane Report brought to you by Performance Painting.
Strap in, Duval. The Jaguars are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Chargers Sunday, November 16th for our annual Salute to Service game. Join us as we honor and celebrate the brave men and women of our military all game long. Secure your seats now and be a part of the action by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. Let's stand together, Duval.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg from Underwoods. Clayton, you can buy almost anything today on the internet. What about loose diamonds and how they are priced?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because we did some research on the internet to see how diamonds price on the various websites like Blue Nile, and what we found were diamonds of the same shape, weight, color, and clarity had vastly different prices, which probably had something to do with how the diamond was cut. But the only way to see the diamonds was to buy them. So we did a price comparison on diamonds where we could tell the diamonds were nicely cut, and what we found were our prices for beautifully cut Underwood diamonds were the same as theirs. So if you're shopping for diamonds and want real expert help, real quality and value, and don't want to pay just to look at a diamond, come by Underwood's. And remember, when a diamond comes from us, you get all the services, assurances, and guarantees the people in North Florida have learned to expect for over 80 years.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
Second place is first loser, Riley. You know, who counts that? We've gone off to the parking lot and destroyed second place, flight winning Crystal in the past. All right, you got to have expectations. Well, look who's joined the fray here. Matt Every is now on mic with us as well. Matt, how you been, man?
Been great.
I love the repping there that new Gator logo.
That's right. Yeah, they're coming off a fresh victory too. The men's golf team.
Are they? Are you re-engaged now with Gator Golf?
Yeah,
as a
absolutely.
Legacy All-American, you should be.
Well, Hall of Fame.
Well,
don't shortchange me over there, Jeff.
Hall of Fame over All-American.
I saw Matty the day before Hall of Fame, and I don't believe he could make it.
I couldn't. Hey, listen.
Is that a true story?
It is true, yes. But I think all the guys.
Did you go with Fred or no? No.
I went in with like my idols growing up, like the receiving core for Danny Warfel.
Okay,
was
like Ike
Hilliard, Jacquez Green, Rito Anthony, and then a couple of basketball guys. Can I tell you my first ever introduction to Riley Skinner when he was on the map in my life? So this is.
Are y'all about the same age?
He's a little younger than me.
So sorry, Riley. Riley hadn't had a carbon 4 years, though. You have.
Yes, I have. You haven't had a carbon 4 years.
Don't listen to him.
Come on. All right. So this is either 2006 or 2007.
Okay.
Riley's quarterback at Wake Forest.
He's
I'm
ACC
right out
Player of the Year.
Yeah, that damn right he was.
Yes.
All right. So I'm right out of college. One of my best friends is Scott Riley. It's one of Riley's like 100 cousins he has.
Okay.
So Scott and I are
Scotty
playing.
well, right?
We're playing the Tar Heel Tour in the Carolinas. All right. I'm playing a mini tour right out of school, and Wake has a Thursday night game against Florida State. And he's like, I can get us tickets. Let's go to the game. I'm like, heck yeah. So we go. And it's the ESPN Thursday night game, right? My first time ever to Wake Forest.
Intimidating joint.
Very intimidating. It reminded me a lot of.
They still have the track around the field then?
They did, yes. So listen. So we're 5 minutes into the game and the scoreboard goes out. All right, and they're having a hard time getting this thing back on, and it's about a 10-minute delay, and it's just
Bubba unplugged it back there at the field house.
It is just fallen. It has fallen completely flat in the stadium. I mean, it is so silent.
Do you remember this, Riley?
Yeah.
So we're right behind Florida State's bench, and we're like 10 rows up. My buddy Scott's next to me, and Gary.
Scott's what, Auburn, right?
Yeah. Gary Sismacia was kicking for
the
Florida
weed.
State.
They call him the weed, didn't they, Riley? He had that little rat tail. They called him the weed.
Oh yeah, number 12. And he was just walking around with a pot belly on the sidelines, right? And it's just dead silent out of nowhere. Scott goes, "Hey, 12, you hungry boy?" And like the whole Florida State sideline lost it. It was so funny, dude. Oh yeah, but there you go.
That's your memory from the game.
It is.
I was ready for Riley to.
You guys won that
throw
too,
one
right?
Yeah, they won them all.
Oh yeah, 3 out of 4.
3 out of 4 with that man.
Hey, I was gonna. You said you went in with who at Florida on the receiving side?
I think it was Jacquez Green, Ike Hilliard, and
Riedel was another part of that. I don't know if they all went at the same
maybe,
time, but
I want to say at least
era.
2 of those 3.
Speaking of cross, so when I went in 3 years ago, luckily.
Now you went to yours, right?
I went to mine. You had to go to yours in order to be inducted.
Oh.
And luckily, my man Chris Paul had been playing for
cool.
like the last 4 years
nice.
during Hall of Fame weekend, so he couldn't go.
Okay.
So he had some off weekend. And so I just lucked out that we got to go in on the same class together. So we had the whole weekend.
That's about, I mean,
family up there together. It was awesome.
If you ranked Wake Forest like all-time athletes, I mean, Duncan probably number 1.
Arnie.
Yeah, Arnie, that's true. You got
Arnie,
the golf.
Duncan,
Oh, yeah,
Chris Paul.
those are the 3, right?
Those are the 3.
What about Riley? Is he crack top 10, you think?
Close.
I mean,
fourth,
ACC player
close
top, what you think, though?
You
top
know,
10?
ACC
player of the
like
year.
no joking around. You probably are.
That's
top
what I'm
10.
saying. I was being complimentary. I wasn't like, he's just so used to me busting him.
I know.
Top 10? That's
Yeah.
it?
Ish.
That's no
it.
card
Wow.
Riley right there.
All right, let's get the tape out.
All right. Anything, Riles? We talked about Florida, Georgia already, but anything jump out at you this week, and we'll make our way to the rolling lock. We've already talked about Florida and Georgia. Miami, if you can look unimpressive 47-7, it kind of feels like Miami did, or 42-7, whatever it was.
42-7. Well,
what happened at halftime? That's when I checked out. I was
Carson
rubbing
Beck woke
elbows.
up. I don't know what Carson Beck did, but he woke up and actually did something, because that was after the loss to Louisville, and then like the showing. Against Stanford, right at home too, to have that kind of showing was a little concerning. Here's my question about the SMU. They're playing SMU, right?
It's a dicey game, isn't it?
The Deeks handed SMU their first conference loss since joining the conference. SMU is 20-0 in the conference regular season.
You know what happened? Did you hear what happened in that game?
What's that?
They were on the way. The SMU bus was on the way to the game, and they said, "Oh my God, the kicker! We forgot to bring a kicker! We forgot to bring a kicker!" The guy missed extra points, 2 field goals, 1 block. Did they have a punt block too? Maybe.
They don't know if they had a punt block. That game was wild.
Wake. I was watching.
You saw how the game went.
I had SMU minus 2.5, so I was interested.
Wake could have just kneeled the game out and kicked a 10-yard field goal to win the game.
They didn't do that.
They tried to run it. They fumbled on the 4 with a minute left.
They crystalballed.
And then somehow we got the ball back with a 50, and then kicked a 50-yard field goal.
What is going on with coaches, Riley?
Wild.
They're losing their mind. That Mississippi State coach gave the Gator game away when he tried to throw
play.
That. Right.
It was like that exact same situation.
Yeah.
We just can't. But anyways, I digress.
Okay.
But this is the first time Miami is leaving. This is wild. We're mid-October. We're almost through October.
Yeah.
This is the first time Miami is leaving the state of Florida for a game.
Get out.
All year.
That
first
could
time
be a factor.
they're leaving the state of Florida.
Tell me, Riley, how big is it?
That's a thing.
It's a
100%.
thing. Like
That's a
if
thing.
you're at Wake and then suddenly for the first time, you've been playing for 8 weeks.
You got to get on a plane. You got to travel.
Miami's 6-1, gang. So we're talking. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Isn't that wild?
Now they played obviously FSU.
Right.
The rest have just been home games, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then they played USF.
Yep, but that was at home.
That was it.
Yeah.
Right?
Either way, it's in the state of Florida. They haven't left the state of. Anyways.
Yeah.
That one's going to be interesting to watch. I think this has been just like an eye opener over the last 2 weeks for Miami. I hope, just because I want to see them come back and start being consistent and not being a flash in the pan like they always are.
That makes one of us, but I hear you.
Yeah, I know. So I'm still going to take Miami on that one. But that's an interesting.
This schedule is. By the way, I mean, kudos to whoever Miami has their hooks into at the ACC. This year, Miami played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They got 8 home games and 4 road games. That's why they haven't left the state. Their one road game was against FSU, Louisville at home, Stanford at home. So at SMU,
the conference just really needs them to be good this year.
To wit, they play at SMU, and then it's back home for Syracuse and NC State at home. Then they're at Virginia Tech, who's in the toilet.
Gauntlet.
And they finish at Pitt. It would be like Miami to lose at SMU at Pitt and go 9-3. That would be right on brand with what Miami's done the last, 20 years.
20 years.
Almost.
Yeah.
That we're talking about. All right, so do you see any upset alert or just you see any upset alert for the Canes, or we're not going to go that far?
No, I don't see an upset alert for the Canes. I do not.
All right.
No, but since we're talking the mighty Deeks, which by the way, I'm going to give them. I haven't talked about Wake at all this year, but the Deeks,
they're going to go to a bowl.
The garbage situation that happened against Georgia Tech, who was still an undefeated team, when they should have won. Guy was clearly offsides, kneel the ball out, game over. Should be 6-1. What a job, Jake Dickert, who is. Nobody knows who that is.
Yeah.
He's the head coach of Wake.
I couldn't have told you before you said.
I thought he was a kicker.
Yeah. The coach retired out of nowhere in December. He gets brought in December. He's got 54 new players on the roster that he manufactured within a 2-week period. I mean, to go 5-2 at this point, should have beat unbeaten Georgia Tech, and to hand SMU. I've been really impressed with what they've done, especially defensively.
Yeah, they held Tech in check.
Yeah,
I watched that game.
Yeah, and they beat them. Oh, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Georgia Tech. They held them in check, yeah.
But they're going to Tallahassee this weekend. The Deeks have had some success in Tallahassee.
Sounds
voice
like
in
it's a
here.
perfect time to wrap up the segment with Riley's rolling lock. It's been very good this year. We've determined 6-2 straight up, and I will say one of those games I can remember saying, yeah, you didn't win, but it was a cover.
But it was a cover.
What is that number in Tallahassee?
I don't understand how FSU right now could be favored over anyone, and Wake's getting a fat 9.5.
Oh my gosh.
9.5.
But the rolling lock typically is telling me a team that's unexpectedly going to win. Is that where we're landing here with Wake? You're calling for the W.
I'm calling for the W.
From the WF.
I am calling for the W.
Okay.
I am.
All right.
I am. I think the defense has been playing really good. They're going to rattle Castellano over there. And I think Castellano, when he doesn't have time in the pocket, like he just runs around and
he
to
throws
me,
a lot
it's
of
way too chaotic.
fadeaway jumpers.
He
throws.
does. And what bothers me with him is he doesn't step up and go out in the pocket. Like he just goes back and runs
backwards and sideways.
Fadeaway jumpers. Yeah.
As a quarterback,
tough to make a living.
absolutely hate that.
As a viewer, I absolutely
Georgia Tech
hate it
gonna go?
too.
Terrible.
Yes. As a gambler, I hate it too.
Georgia Tech doesn't have a lot until Georgia really.
They got nothing.
At NC State.
NC State,
Tech seemed to play a little like the Wake Forest was kind of the bottom. They've played better football these last couple of weeks too.
They have.
Yeah.
So
So Georgia Tech.
Oh, Georgia Tech.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, they're starting to see what's.
I mean, they would
what's
look
in
like
the-
they're going to be this year's SMU. They're going to go, 12-0 or 11-1 with a loss to Georgia. Go to the ACC championship game. Doesn't matter win or lose, get the invite.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
No
what
one
I'm
else from
saying.
the. It's
I mean, there's
Miami.
nobody.
And,
You got
it's Miami and them, right?
You got NC State, BC, and Pitt.
I mean, and Miami is the only ACC team with a
Right.
That you would think would be quote guarantee. Although
I don't want to say it. So Virginia is
Did lose to
shockingly
Louisville.
not terrible, which is, I mean, they're 4-0 in the conference.
How many?
I'd be
losses they
careful if I were any of those teams, by the way, because if Miami goes 10-2, say they lose to SMU or Pitt, and the ACC championship game is say Louisville, Georgia Tech, Miami definitely in the 12,
right? Okay. What about a 10? What you're saying with Miami with 2 losses?
Yeah. Say they go 10-2.
Say they go 10-2.
They probably get in it.
10-2. Let's just say at 10-2, they don't get in the ACC championship game at 10-2.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. And then you have Vandy with 2 losses. Which one would you put in over each other?
Oh, I think you'd have to put Vandy. Just
I
based
think it
on
would
strength of
depend
schedule.
on how we get. We do have 4 or 5 games left, so how we get in there.
Yeah.
A
lot of hypotheticals here.
If you hypothetical
if
out,
Vandy's losses to
the ACC championship is probably going to be Georgia Tech, Virginia.
Really? Not
Battle
Louisville?
I mean, Virginia.
Didn't Virginia just finally lose last week?
No,
though?
Virginia's undefeated in the
I thought
conference.
they ended up rallying
and they've
last
got Cal, Wake, Duke, and Virginia Tech.
This is the weirdest stat ever, though. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
This is a good one.
2 of those feel like freebies.
Wild.
Virginia. Oh yeah, they rallied. They beat North. Virginia is. You ready for this one? Virginia is 4-0 in the ACC, with a loss this year to NC State.
Wait.
Yeah, you want to tell me what happened?
Did NC State?
Yeah, click on Virginia's schedule.
Did they get?
Tell me who they played up there week 2 or 3. So I don't mean this.
That's a stat. That's a stat error.
No, it's
Never
not.
mind.
They played NC State. Yeah, they lost to NC State earlier this year. Virginia
Then
is.
I digress. Excuse me.
Virginia. No, they're 4-0. They are 4-0 in the ACC. You're not wrong.
How is that?
This sent me.
Is NC State not in the ACC anymore?
How is this a thing?
This sent me into a.
Is it because it was out of the country they
a
played
mind
them?
blank for a while. No, you keep guessing. How can this be possible? How can NC State beat Virginia, but Virginia leads the ACC at 4-0? Make it make
How
sense.
can NC State be?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Virginia is 4-0 in the ACC this year with a loss to NC State.
This is like a riddle.
Yeah, it is. It's a riddle.
Was this supposed to be a crossover game?
You know what happened?
Huh.
And by the way, this is also breaking news. This will be breaking news to Riley, who played in the ACC. But apparently, NC State and Virginia got a fierce rivalry. Who knew? Apparently, they're fierce rivals.
Was that their out-of-conference rivalry
They played
game?
each other out of conference.
What?
They didn't match up in the ACC these 2 years, so they're playing each other home and home non-conference.
Oh wow.
These 2 years. So it's a hard sell of giving me an undefeated ACC team that's lost to an ACC team.
How can you?
Isn't that weird? See what I did? That's what I've
Mind
done
blown.
for you.
Mind blown.
All right,
I
well,
had no idea.
so-
I had absolutely no. But can we? Hey, the academics are coming back, people. Because let's think about where
They are.
So we got Georgia Tech, we got Indiana, we got Vandy,
Notre
we got
Dame.
Virginia, we got like all these. What's happening?
Yeah.
All these smart people are making
like
a bunch
your-
of money and just
you
flooding
know
it
what?
back into NIL.
I'll tell you how it
Money to
happens.
throw into NIL.
Like us normal guys, retention of that, that chapter that we read 3 weeks ago. Here today, gone tomorrow. That's my response to Vandy, Georgia Tech, Virginia. We'll see if Penn State and Michigan decide to play football. Indiana will be back to 5th or 6th in that league as well. That's my prediction.
I'm here for Indiana.
All right, the Rolling Lock, we're officially the Catlin Truck Accessories Rolling Lock. Get you one, I do.
Come on, Deeks.
So the Rolling Lock, he's taking Wake Forest to win in Tallahassee this
Tallahassee,
weekend.
baby.
Hey, man, don't be a stranger. You're close enough now. You can stop by.
That's right.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I'll grab a donut on the way in next time.
Ooh, I know you won't eat it. That's more for me. Maddie's sticking around, and we're looking forward to that as well. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. That's the Riley Report, brought to you by Catlin Truck Accessories.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosser here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Jacksonville DDH. Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here with the scoop from Dreamfinders Homes, your National Builder of the Year. We've got first-year interest rates as low as 2.99% in homes in 20-plus communities throughout Northeast Florida. If you're house hunting, make sure your first pick Dreamfinders Homes, the proud official home builder of the PGA Tour, the Florida Gators, and your Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit DFHSalesEvent.com today and tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you. Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology, reminding you to wear your sunscreen, man. That's what they want you to do, man. The Sunshine State brings some challenges out there, and if you're out there for a long time fishing, playing golf, watching your kids play, working, man, get on a floppy hat, long sleeve dry fit with cooler temps, sunscreen if you need it. Listen, they'll take care of you. Nobody better than Dr. Boudreaux, Dr. Metz, Dr. Fader with the Mohs surgery. It's a great place I go. Shout out to Solana Road. That's where I go for all my skincare needs. I had a hydrofacial there. Terrific. Get your wife a hydrofacial. You'll be glad you did. Listen, but take care of that skin. And if something does show up, then go online at beachesdermatology.com. Find the best location to serve you logistically, and you'll be glad you did. They'll take care of all your skincare needs. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Hey, poker fans, catch all the action at Best Bet. There's over $825,000 paid out this month in tournaments and promotions, from table game giveaways on select Fridays and Saturdays to the popular High Hams promotion Monday through Thursday. November kicks off with the World Poker Tour with over $1.5 million in guarantees and wraps up with the 13th annual Turkey Bowl Deep Stack and the St. Augustine Championship. For all the details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars. Make them your AC partner. With honest cost estimates before they start the work with no hidden fees. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
Hi, we're back here on The Drill. It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Matt Every now in studio with us. How have you just been out and about? Give us the update in the Matt Every world since we had you in studio with us last. You're always busy. You're always doing something fun. Mr. Fun here, dude. If you love golf, Matt Every would be a good person to be.
Decent time.
Yeah. Is he having a decent time right now?
Yeah. I played golf with Theo Epstein.
Okay, well, there we go.
Last week.
This one I'm looking for. What do you have for
cool.
it?
He's just a total dude. I mean, he could come in here and not
Just
skip a
hang
beat
out.
with you.
Good.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Good. Did you get him on for us? We need to start, I'm going to start giving you, some, contact info for the show.
No.
Theo, I'm on with the boys in the morning. Why don't you call?
Yeah.
Theo's still with Boston, right?
I don't. He's with the.
He's with the commissioner's office. What's he do?
He's just on a bunch of committees now. I think.
Yeah. He's out in Boston. That's right. Oh no, he went from. Did he go
Boston,
to
Chicago,
right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move behind.
Pretty,
so
pretty
that was
impressive
fun.
human. Yeah. I've been
What
busy,
were
man. Doing a lot of tours, PGA Tour stuff.
You did something with Parker Washington.
I did. Yeah. 2 days ago, Parker came in. I kind of showed him around the studios. He was awesome, man. Just a huge, he's a bright light, that guy.
Yeah.
But apparently he's got the golf bug. A lot of guys on the team do. Found out there was a simulator in the clubhouse.
We might need to get that thing out of there. At the Miller Lecture Center. I knew they had that simulator, but I wasn't thinking about that.
Oh, they got a simulator.
Yeah,
in there?
golf simulator. Yeah. Do you have one of those?
I don't.
Have you ever thought about getting one, or you just play enough outdoor golf? It's not worth it.
I don't really have the space for it. Like I would.
Would you use one if you had one? Do you think?
Probably. I mean, I would, but not as much as
your son play golf at all?
A little.
Do you intentionally keep him from playing, or you just wait for him to take interest, or because it would seem kind of natural that if you got a baseball playing son and you're a pro golfer, I don't know, it might be time to get him on the course a little.
I agree.
I mean, I don't want to father for you. I'm ill-equipped, but
he's just loves the baseball, man, and it's
That's
not.
more
It
important.
ain't slowing down
Yeah,
right now.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And the golf's always going to be there.
Yes.
What do you make of the state of the tour?
We'll see. I mean, Roll-Ap's coming in, new commish.
Yeah. What do you hear about that?
Great things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good leader. Great. A lot of nice stuff said about him from the people at the NFL. Theo's a big fan. Their kids go to the same school.
What needs to change for or does something need to? Like, what are they? I think.
Well, there's a bit of a battle right now.
Yeah, what is it? Tell us what those things are. I think as fans, we just we stop paying attention. Who plays this week and where?
Sure. Well, it's always going to be up in the air. The schedule is a big deal. Like the kind of the fall. Do we shut golf down in the fall? I mean, we're going up against the NFL. A lot of the events, none of the big name guys really play in them, and it's a business at the end of the day. I mean, the roads to get to the PGA Tour are becoming fewer and fewer. Yeah, absolutely. And I think we're going to be coming into a time where it's more of the
16 tournaments where the best in the world play. And
or 100 player fields. Stuff like that. I think you're going to start seeing more of that.
Is there going to be trickle down cash for those that don't make it, or you're just going to?
Well, there's got to be some kind of feeder system into there, right?
But will they be like the beauty now is that you can be outside the top 100 and have $1 million year. You can go play Corn Ferry and have the year of your life and win $450,000.
Yeah, I don't know the answers to that, but you would think if they narrowed the tour up that there would be some kind of kickback down to the feeder system. We obviously have a lot of really good players out here. So who knows?
What about the Ryder Cup?
Terrible.
Yeah. We don't. There's no pride anymore. I mean, now we've already learned that pro golfers, and I put you aside. Matt's an everyman. He's blue collar.
Yeah.
He'd play for your lunch money, or
These
guys. This is my problem with these PGA golfers, and just it's so true. They don't give a damn about anything but cash. Don't save your crocodile tears and your feigned emotions for how disappointed you are. You choking dogs. You brought him over from across the country. Our fans couldn't have been any worse to him, and they responded. You guys, you silver spoon, soft serve ice cream dudes.
Yeah.
God, they annoy me, Matt.
For me,
dog be snapping.
I love it.
When I go down,
we're pretty far. Listen, E, we're pretty. I thought we were coming here to talk about the Gators and the Jags.
I go down.
We are pretty far removed from the Ryder Cup. He's still fired up.
Yeah, I got to give. First time I've talked to you.
Listen, I hear what you're saying. That Sunday at the Ryder Cup.
You let me produce this show.
If anything, Sunday at the Ryder Cup, it ticked me off a little bit because that was just sugar on you know what.
That's
like
right.
that was
100%.
garbage, shooting free throws in an empty gym.
Correct.
That is not that.
Now
thing,
you play.
That thing was over.
Fire up.
Exactly, it was over before it started. I feel bad for Keegan. The only one I feel bad for in this whole deal is Keegan. He was put in an impossible situation, impossible. And that's 2 Ryder Cups in a row where he should have been playing, and instead he wasn't. I don't know. I'd like to see them take it out of the PGA of America's hands and turn it over to the tour. I think that would help a little bit with like the bonding and stuff like that. But that's for another day.
I mean, I don't know where it hits on the problem with golf is when you present like an all-encompassing and it has a negative impact on the carometer.
I will say this about that event. That is my favorite version of Rory McIlroy that we get. Is the one where everyone's against him. Far and away my favorite.
By the way, we haven't mentioned yet, but if devastating could be a word when you're already a 7.5 point dog, but devastating injury news for Florida going into this game on Friday. We'll share it on Saturday. We'll share it when we come back. It's a custom tree surgeons Thursday. Matt Every in studios, 2-time winner of the Bay Hill Invitational, 2-timer. Arnold Palmer Invitational now. Was it API or was it Bay Hill?
I think it's the same.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah. We know what you're saying.
Mr. Orlando is what we'll call him. All right. Back on our next here on 1010XL.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
After a bye and a breather, the Jags get ready to rock the desert. It's blackjack, blitzes, and big plays as they roll the dice against the Raiders. Find out who's all in. It's a full house of football. Viva La Jaguars. Sunday at 4 on the home of the Jags, 1010XL.
Thank you very much.
It's the end-of-year sales event going on now at Atlantic Infinity. This is Hayes Carlion. Get 0% interest on select new Infinity models and special lease offers on the stunning QX60. Luxury, performance, and style all in one drive. All new vehicles come with the Atlantic Infinity Promise. That's almost $2,500 in added value just for buying smarter. Visit AtlanticInfinity.com or go test drive at Atlantic Infinity off Atlantic near St. John's Bluff.
Time to get ready for the spooky season by eliminating all that spooky dirt, grimes, and spills with Zero Res. Yeah, call the cleaning freaks. Don't ghost that carpet of yours this fall. Let them get your house looking better, smelling better, feeling better. That's what Zero Res does, man. Right now, you get your entire home Zero Resified from Jacksonville's Ultimate Carpet Cleaner. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean starting at just $139, plus a free haul for Halloween. For something scarier than ghosts and goblins hiding in your home, it's in your air ducts. This month, take 15% off your air duct and dryer vent cleaning. Schedule your appointment at zeroesjacksonville.com or call 287-5727. That's 287-5727. And ask for the 1010XL special. Zero Res, you spell it backwards or forwards, it spells the same. Zero Res.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit HelloSmooth.com for more details.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 30th, 2001, Michael Jordan returned to the NBA for his debut with the Washington Wizards at Madison Square Garden, where he scored 19 points.
Hey, Jacksonville, Hicken here. I've been around the block or two, and Checkmate Coatings is who I'd call for my own place. They're my new MVP for stunning, long-lasting floors.
Brendan here with Checkmate Coatings. No massive overhead means top prices on top quality pool decks, driveways, garages, and patios too.
Visit checkmatecoatings.com today. Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
Checkmate Coatings, your floor's missing piece.
The doctors at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists have resolved my hip and foot issues, and I'm back to training for the 2028 Olympics in LA. This is Garrett Scantling, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is David Garrard. Following my knee surgeries and recovery, I'm continuing to feel great and would recommend Southeast Orthopedic to anyone who's experiencing orthopedic pain.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, Jags fans, Tommy Mack here. Crown Royal is the official whiskey of the Jacksonville Jaguars. This season, it's not game day without the generous spirit of Crown Royal. Whether you're at the tailgate, in the stands, or watching from home, Crown Royal is the reason and the reward for coming together. Grab a glass with Crown Royal Rig at a stadium near you, because we'll be sharing the generous spirit with fans across the country. Crown Royal, fueling game day with generous spirit. Visit crownroyal.com/Royal Rig on the Crown Royal Rig Tour. Please drink responsibly.
If you're making plans to see our home team in Nashville against the Titans in November, go to 1010XL.com and click the Omni Nashville banner for the 1010XL special rate, only for 1010XL listeners. That's the Omni Nashville banner on the 1010XL website.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
And we're back. Florida, Georgia. Have you gone to Florida, Georgia games, Maddie, through the years?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Bunch.
Different.
Went last year, actually.
You've been to a lot of sporting events and football games through the years at Florida, Georgia. It hits different, especially the pregame. The pregame is the biggest difference. Once you get inside a stadium's loud. And you're right. I mean, if you've been to an SEC championship game, you've been to a split field stadium. Now, Florida, Georgia is all about what happens outside. And it's not often pretty, by the way.
Not often.
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter.
Yeah, and the civility just it's gotten worse and worse, just around town, much less at these games. And then you throw in this combustible element of the Florida Georgia hate, little H, and the drinking, big D. And yeah, it just everybody be sane, man. Enjoy the football game. Take your win or your loss with a little bit of grace and dignity. Move on.
How about these these start times for you for the Gator games this year for the
swamp sessions?
For the swamp sessions,
it's not been ideal. Yeah, it's not been. And we were bemoaning yesterday, Kentucky. Now we bring the A game, but yeah, we've had some 11-15. One of those deals we went on like at midnight.
How does that work for you? Are you staying at home watching the game, and then you just head to the?
Yeah, as soon as the game ends, head to the location. And the reason being, if there's no way we're not going to sit there from the first kick.
Sure.
And there's no way to go from where I live to there, or from where Hick lives to there. There's no way to go and not miss the game, which kind of defeats the purpose. So we a little cool down period there. Yeah,
any party you think the Gators have a chance, just with the unknown. I know we got some injury news.
Yeah. I mean, now we're talking about puncher's chance, upsets happen.
We're talking about play calling.
Well, and we don't know what Billy Gonzalez is going to do as a play caller. Can't be worse than Billy. Billy Napier is just an abject tool, the worst coach in Florida history. It's unreal. I mean, just unbelievable.
Hey, look.
So I'm optimistic that they'll be better. I think they'll be better with these guys fresh off the shelf than with a guy who's been running it for 4 years. I do. So I would but I don't think Florida's better in context of this team and roster is good enough to beat Georgia, especially when I tell you this. Injury report came out yesterday. The Gator fans, cover your ears. Vernell Brown III, that'd be a no-go. Yeah, he started 6 of Florida's 7 games. He's only the leader in catches and yards, so it shouldn't be a problem losing him.
We'll find that somewhere else.
He's right. Also, the punt returner, he's been very good there. He looked like in that game, that narrow victory over Mississippi State, that he had either a collarbone or they're describing his upper body. Aiden Mizell, who's also, yes, 904, it's a battle cry. Aiden Mizell has a lower body injury. He's in a boot. He also will not play this weekend. So there's 2 parts of your passing game. They better count on the Wilson and Wilson show, man. Eugene Wilson III. I don't know what happened to that guy. He was a first-round mock at one point of his college career, and he hasn't done anything. Dallas Wilson has been fantastic. So we'll see. I'm not optimistic, though,
I think
that
if
Florida
you're a
wins the
Gator
game.
fan, though, you got to be intrigued a little bit.
For
this
sure.
week. I mean, even with 4 losses already, this game doesn't mean a dang thing other than maybe potentially ruining Georgia's season a little bit. But you have to be pumped to see a maybe a new offense.
Well, I will say this. I think the bigger part of that is this.
And I know it's not going to be black and white.
No.
I know.
No. I think this point is absolutely true. As long as you were pulling that sled named Billy Napier, you couldn't. The wins didn't matter,
Dude, I'll never
this
forget.
was so now you can enjoy the win because it doesn't have anything to do with a dead man walking coach. So he was dumbing down game day. He was taking the excitement of Gator football and rendering. Sure, you would still want to win, but you beat Georgia this week with Billy Napier. Great, awesome. You beat him now, and you get optimism. We can go in a different direction, I guess. So
there's got to be some accountability on Strickland's in there too.
Well, do you want
the first
DeSantis?
Maybe listen. The first interview he ever did, he was coach in waiting. It was during a bowl game. I think it was like the end of the third
Billy Napier.
quarter. Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. He was up on a.
I remember being just like, I cannot believe this guy is the head coach at the University of Florida. It was he better be a hell of a recruiter and a hell of a coach because he was terrible on camera. He's trying to me, it was like he was trying to sound like Nick Saban a little bit, but the intellect wasn't quite there.
I think that's fair.
Although just a massive whiff on Strickland's end. And look, I know everyone and their mom wants Lane Kiffin at the University of Florida. It's a bit of a no-brainer.
I don't know about my mom, but I do.
My mom does. But listen, if we don't get him,
it's a loss.
Well, okay, but if we don't, let's just say,
here it comes.
If we don't get him, I'm not going to give you what you think I'm going to say. I'm not doing that.
I talked you out of it.
You did. All right, but if
we can continue that
if we don't get him, I'm okay with a board at the University of Florida hiring our next
me
coach
too.
over Strickland.
100%. 100%. I just don't need the politicians to even if they're privately involved. I don't need the politicians to publicly. You dictate to us enough. Can you just don't pick up the shield of taxpayers now to pretend like that's why? And I'm talking about the governor of Louisiana. If you missed this one, he basically said, "Well, we're not letting the AD hire him. That's for sure." It was all we and us when it comes to. The guy didn't go to LSU. It was a big shocker of the day. Not an LSU grad. So
that is a shocker.
Yeah, right? Isn't that a shocker? He went to Billy School, Louisiana, and then got a law degree at Loyola. All right, let's. We're going to throw in a catch-up break here. Let's talk some Jags, where we sit, heading to Vegas this weekend. Other topics, we've got Matt Every in studio with us, and we'll be back with more next on a Customs Resurgence Thursday.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. He's entered. Open the door to the Jags locker room to bring you exclusive insights and interviews on 1010XL.
This just in.
In the locker room with Hayes Carlion. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
You don't need to bet everything on a Hail Mary. Just find a ride in your budget. Because Southside Kia is now Kia on Atlantic. New name, new location, same great deals. And we have the perfect place during the Kia Fall Savings event, like a new Kia payment free for a full 90 days. Or take advantage of financing rates as low as 0%. It's always a touchdown when you shop the best deals in town. Kia on Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection.
For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
Hey, Hicken here. I know it's too early to talk about the holiday season coming up, but my friends at Beards Diamonds are stocking up like never before. No need to rush it now, but when you are ready, Beards will be ready. This is Jacksonville's local diamond powerhouse. Unlike the other stores in the town center, Beards is not a Wall Street-owned jeweler. family owned. Say hi to the Lupos when you go by great folks here in Jacksonville. They run circles around those conglomerate stores that claim to have direct pricing. Beards beats them every day. And if you're wondering about lab-grown diamonds, Beards can teach you. They have natural and lab-grown. And don't forget, Beards has case after case of fashion jewelry. Rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, colored gemstones, pearls, yellow gold. Bottom line, you don't need to shop anywhere else. Beards is local. They got a massive selection. They stand behind what they sell. They take care of local customers. 100% accountable because they live here. Check them out and you will see Beards Diamonds rocks at the St. John's Town Center.
If you miss an interview, it'll be waiting for you on demand.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Search where you find podcasts.
And at 1010XL.com.
Trained by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck.
Hey, Duval, here's your chance to be face-to-face with the Jags as they take the field on game day. Jump in the shadows and experience the Jaguars like never before. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows for your chance to be part of the action. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents of the 50 United States and D.C., 18 and older. Entry periods for the sweepstakes are from 8/4/25 to 12/21/25. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsor and administrator, Everbank, N.A. member FDIC.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know Before You Blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Yo, E.T. here, and Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes through in the clutch every day, from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar, Twin Peaks. Scratch kitchen scores every time. Dig in the hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge. Come on, somebody.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Attention skilled electricians. Are you undervalued at your current company? Time to step up to the bigger projects and better opportunities. Join the team at Miller Electric Company, a trusted name in the industry for over 96 years. At Miller, we tackle the biggest projects in the city, offering not just a job, but an experience, top-notch pay, unbeatable benefits, and the best working environments in the business. Please join the team that values your skills and rewards your hard work. Elevate your career to new heights. Apply today at millercareers.com, an equal opportunity employer.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Omni Nashville. Jag head coach Liam Cohen says defending Brock Bowers of the Raiders is going to be challenging.
He's like what you define as a football player. Break tackles, drag people down.
FSU coach Mike Norvell says quarterback Tommy Castellanos is trending towards playing Saturday versus Wake Forest as the Noles look to snap a 4-game skid. At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 9:12 and it's 53 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cool with Bueller. Stay tuned as Matt Every joins Jeff Prosser in the 9 o'clock hour right here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
I'm fed, feeling X-rated. It's Mr. Nasty time. Oh, Mr. Nasty time. The nasty time.
So I'm watching the World Series last night. Buddy, I don't know what the equivalent path would be in other sports. Like football, basketball, they don't exist. Golf might be one. It would be like a dude who in January
Had no status.
won the San Jose Club Championship. And then he said, okay, I'm going to play the Florida State Amateur, and he won that. And then he said, well, okay, I'm going to play, okay, that gets me into first stage U.S. Open qualifying, and he qualifies to second stage, and then he qualifies for the U.S. Open, and then he wins the U.S. Open. And he does it all in like 6 months.
Yeah.
That's what this pitcher for the Blue Jays has done. This Trey Savage, who set a World Series record last night, first pitcher ever with at least 12 strikeouts and no walks. He is a rookie who now has more playoff innings on his resume, on his baseball card, than regular season innings.
That is nuts.
He was called up September 15th, I guess just to see what he's got, after he started the season in low A ball, which is out in the sticks somewhere, the boonies. There's a train track running through right field. Okay? Then he got promoted to A ball, or at least you probably get to come down to sunny Florida. Or maybe he was Myrtle Beach even. Then he gets promoted to Double A ball in May. And then in June, he goes up to Triple A. And finally in September, they call him up to the majors. And fast forward a month and 8 days later, he's pitching Game 5 of the World Series. I've never heard of. I mean, honestly, this is
an incredible ride.
This is Disney.
It is. It is. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. I'm thinking I didn't know all of this last night as I was watching, but I watched, maybe 4 or 5 solid innings of this game, and that the intensity he had on the mound, those guys get so locked in out there.
He does something he was asking me,
like
how does that happen?
After a strike, you see it in his face. There's
you like
just
that
like,
too, as a fan.
I feel like I do like it.
Yeah. You like that in debt. At least I do.
Yeah.
He asked me a question this morning. It's great. How does that happen? Like, how do you start the year in low A and end up pitching in the World Series?
You got people in your organization that know what the heck they're doing. And
but for the player himself, what did he do? I mean, that's a big jump from low A ball to starting Game 6. So
did he progress?
Where was he? Okay. Well, let's go back to low A. Where was he before low A? Did he play at like a JUCO somewhere?
He was all right. This is he was a college baseball player. He's this year he's been a Blue Jay, a Canadian, a Fisher Cat, a Bison, and back to a Blue Jay. He's pitched in Dunedin, Florida, Vancouver, British Columbia, Manchester, New Hampshire, Buffalo, New York, and Toronto.
He's covered all corners, basically.
All in the past 6 months. Yes, Savage's path through all 4 full season levels of minor leagues completed with a move to the majors isn't unprecedented. 9 other players have hit single A, high A, double A, and triple A in the same year as their MLB debut, but it's rare. And to cap it off, a Toronto postseason with a record 11, a postseason record 11 strikeouts in 5 1/3 no-hit innings against the Yankees. And he just keeps adding to it. So single A Dunedin this year, he started 7 games. He had a 2.43 ERA and an 0.81 WHIP. All right. Then he gets called up to, that was after his low A ball. Oh, no, that's A. Then he goes to high A. Vancouver, 4 games, 4 starts, 1.56 ERA, a WHIP, a walks and hits per inning, less than 1 now in both places. So overall on the year at this point in low A and high A,
dude, this guy, once you take those 2 climbs, he's got to feel bulletproof at some point.
Now, you can see a guy go from A to majors by jumping 2 or 3 levels. They'll take a guy from double A to the majors, for instance. So we'll continue with the progression. At this point, through high A Vancouver, we are now into May. It's already May 31st. He's made 11 starts. He's got a 2.13 ERA. So, all right, double A comes calling. He goes to double A. Makes 7 starts there. Now the ERA starts to go up. He has a 4.5 ERA at double A. But still some good measurables when it comes to strikes to walkouts. Overall on the year now at his 3rd level, he's got a 3.01 ERA. Then he gets called up to AAA where he makes another 4 starts. His ERA there is 3.63. And then finally in mid-September, he gets called up to the Blue Jays, who decide to give him a start. He impresses him enough that he makes the postseason roster, and now he's just mowing through the postseason. They said he does something that only like 2 other pitchers do, like a combination of his arm. He has a movement on his slider that is hitters don't see all year. Again, they named the two
Murph
other
coming
guys.
in tomorrow?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to ask
He
him
said
about
he was
that.
going to pop in today or tomorrow. I thought it was going to be today, but I know he's anxious to talk about this World Series. So the Blue Jays take it last night, and this is just savage, kid. Just that.
It's been a heck of a World Series. Really, obviously, the 18-inning game was something else. But even the last two games, when they weren't close, but it's still the Dodgers that they're losing, and it's like
you enjoy it.
You'd have to enjoy it, but you also it's like they're not dead,
right?
And you know that.
It's going to be this is a fun way for it to be. This feels like the great advantage that the Dodgers have, payroll, business model. It seems like this is almost like the give back. This is your penalty. Okay, you're down 3-2 and you got to win 2 on the road.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Yeah. All right, big boys.
Yeah, this is what we paid you for. Here it is.
What do you got? All right, the Jags go to Vegas this week. I expect a bounce back. What do you? They disheartened us so much in those last two games, especially the London game, that I feel like we're all trending a little more pessimistic than we probably should be at 4-3.
Big week.
But it's a big week too.
It's a big week.
I want to hear all of the chatter that I've heard, from a time to reset, a time to get on the same page, a time for accountability where coaching error and player error merges. I'm ready to see all that play out on the field now.
Yeah.
Don't tell me all that and then give us the same, disjointed offensive look. I'm really. I'm surprised and disappointed that the improvement, and just from a cohesiveness standpoint, not just all about one player or one unit, just the offense as a whole has not had very many consistent, periods of like where they look cohesive and on schedule.
Yeah, I'd love to see all the pre-snap stuff cleaned up. I mean, if we could keep the penalties under 5, that would be nice.
And the dirty secret, too, it goes beyond penalties. When it comes to the offense doing what they're doing, I saw detailed a number of plays that were guys in pre-snap are running to the wrong place.
Yeah.
Like, if you send a guy in, it's easy to, blame the O-line or the quarterback or whoever, but when a guy is literally going in motion when he's not supposed to be, how's the play going to work? A guy is going to somewhere where, never mind where the other, we had a play this year where they threw a ball, and I think it was BTJ and Travis Hunter, or two of them, or De'Ami Brown and BTJ, and they were both in the exact same spot.
Yeah,
that can't be designed.
No. Correct.
Somebody's running the wrong route.
Yeah. Somebody messed up.
It feels like there's a lot of that going on. Now, you've got a new offense, so it's to be expected that there is a learning curve, but not an 8-game learning curve. And finally,
I know you've been beating it to death on here, but there's been a lot of drops going on, too.
There's
a lot.
There's a lot to go around everywhere. No one on this offense is playing.
It feels like going over the middle all of a sudden this year became a lot harder. And our guys just don't. Their arms get short over the middle.
They seem to be. I don't want to say afraid. That's a big word, but they're reticent for contact.
Mm-hmm.
They seem very hesitant to sacrifice themselves going over the middle in this case. So. I'm with you on that. Do you expect the bounce back? Do you hope for the bounce back? Like, I would describe
I'm not crazy about them getting Brock Bowers back.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I think if we win, it's going to be an ugly win and low scoring.
Until this team goes out, and it'd be nice to have a feel-good one.
Yeah.
Trevor throws for 300. The team wins 38-10. We get some turnovers. We haven't had a lot of dominant victories. We had victories enough to get to 4-1 and beat some good teams, but dominant victories have been a little fewer and further between. Feels like
5-3 sounds so much better than 4-4.
Well, and 4-4 would be a big problem. If you look around the conference and the way teams are, we're getting to the point now you can kind of start looking at teams and hoping that this one, that one, or the other one, loses week to week. So we're to that stage again already as well. It's Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. We're going to see what's trending when we return. You are listening to The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios. He used to lay the lumber on the field.
No, I'm not a quarterback, but I like eating quarterbacks for breakfast.
Now he lays his opinions on Jaguars Today. Tom McManus. Fridays on 1010XL. Opened by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors.
Hey, Jacksonville, Rick Ballou here. Small business owners need trucks and vans to keep your business moving? Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram Westside has Ram 1500s to heavy-duty 2500s, ProMasters, and custom uplifts ready to work. Visit them on Commonwealth Avenue or go online to jaxwest.com. Jacksonville Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram Westside, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars and your local partner for work-ready vehicles.
Jacksonville homes are selling. but it could take months and a low price, lower than you want to sell. It could. Doesn't have to. Getting top price means aggressive marketing, and Chad and Sandy Newman are the Jacksonville experts who've proven systems that are going to drive demand and sell your home. So if you need to sell now, Chad and Sandy get instant offers. Fast, easy, stress-free. Max price. They're going to aggressively market. And whether you're buying or selling, fast or max, Chad and Sandy have the proven plan guaranteed. How's this for a bottom line? Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they'll buy it. No required costs and repairs. Pick your move date, agree, and move on. Keith in Atlantic Beach. I wanted to move my parents closer. They needed a lot of help getting their home ready for sale, finding a new one. Medical issues made things even more challenging. I called Chad and Sandy because I heard their stories on the radio. The Chad and Sandy team, compassionate and professional, and got the job done. My folks' home sold the very first weekend for $1.2 million. Call Chad and Sandy today.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this.
What's John Daly think?
I think you got to grip it and rip it.
Grip it?
And rip it.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets. Not a cash offer. Offered by Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Joe Coward, Matt Hayes, and Leon Searcy are serving up your daily dose of sports talk specials from scratch.
I didn't know you could.
XL Primetime is driven by Duval Ford.
These are delicious.
Noon to 2 weekdays on 1010XL.
When the team heats up and the temps climb high, Sunrise Heating and AC keeps you cool. That's no lie. From kickoff to overtime and every long drive, they'll keep your home feeling fresh and alive. When your system's down, don't sweat the score. Sunrise Heating and AC of North Florida is ready to restore. Fast, honest service from a local crew, keeping Jacksonville fans chill all season through. Your comfort starts here at sunriseheatingandac.com.
Touchdown! Plan ahead this year and order your home holiday decorating from Kuhn Flowers. They'll take care of all your Christmas tree setup, lighting, and decorating hassles. This is Frank Frangie. Call on Kuhn Flowers. They'll do it all this fall.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
Florida Gators football on 1010XL is driven by Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. And the law firm of Farah and Farah. Get Gators play-by-play on 1010XL.
Football season is all about the big moments. How about some killer wings and cold ones to go along with it? Check out Hurricane Grill and Wings on St. Augustine Beach. Tons of TVs so you don't miss any of the action, but still that open-air atmosphere you crave. Hurricane Grill and Wings on A1A in St. Augustine.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
One area that you'll look to see if the Jaguars can improve are the penalties, right? That's something that they have to improve on. If they're serious about being a good football team this year, 65 penalties, third in franchise history through 7 weeks, by the way, and the most in the National Football League. Again, the Rams game, 13 enforced penalty, with a 14th offset by the Rams and a couple more declined by L.A. They have to get better on the penalties, right? According to stats websites, the Jags rank as the second worst team in discipline score, while Denver ranks first. So Jaguars got to get better with the penalties. Got to get better with the penalties. Start there, and maybe some good things will happen. And that's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Lift Power, always on the look for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. Lift Power's benefits, 401k, a company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. Lift Power voted one of the best places to work year in and year out. Lift Power is rapidly growing, proudly serving Jacksonville for more than 50 years. Lift Power is family-owned and operated. You can be part of the family. Opportunities knocking. LiftPower.com, the place to go. Check them out, LiftPower.com.
But has he topped out at Ole Miss? That's something he has to decide. Between LSU and Florida, look, you guys know you live in Jacksonville up there, right?
Yep.
Hey, Lee.
Yeah.
Lee, me and you can get my Suburban, and we can go drive around a 1 hour radius and come back with a couple All-Americans and win a championship. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to go on a plane, man. The talent level in Florida is unbelievable. Can you win a championship in Florida? Hell yeah. Are you going to win a championship in Florida at LSU? You better, or are you going to get out?
That's an interesting perspective. That's Eddie O on primetime yesterday. Leon, Eddie O's probably on the staff in Miami when Leon was there, maybe?
There has to be some tie.
I wonder.
there.
I think there's a tie in there with Eddie O's a likable dude. Somebody said earlier, which one Eddie O is your head coach at Florida?
If Coach O, if he didn't,
he's just too much of a caricature. I think.
Yeah. He also got that nice little buyout, basically.
Yeah,
right?
and he's also got.
But if he didn't need the money, he would be amazing.
He's
in
meme
the media.
central too.
He'd be
by the way.
amazing.
He's
in the
meme
media.
central. You'd love. I have no problem part of my university, but
Hey, I'm trying to hold a meeting over here.
I need a Hummer. You need a Hummer. Let's all get a Hummer. So tell them about it, JoJo. Yeah, that's Eddie O though talking about deciding between Florida and LSU. He makes good points. I mean, at the end of the day, here I said this. I threw it past Doring, and he kind of agreed too. At some point too, and I'm not claiming one is better than the other, but there's an untold factor here that I don't think we think about. Like, think about it, you and me, Maddie. You get a job offer right now to two different places for the same money.
Yep.
Aren't you going to go to the place that you just like better?
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather live in, like, you get offered a job in Memphis and Salt Lake City. I'd go to both places. I'd check them out. I'd see what they're like. Same money, same everything.
Especially the way the NCAA football is these days. You can bring what you have with you. It's not like what situation I like better. I'm bringing the situation.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm bringing it.
That's fair, too. And in some cases,
Bring
you
old
bring
Trinidad.
it better, right? I don't know. We're just talking in the context of the Gator search. And again, Eddie O, interestingly, has been the head coach at Ole Miss, been a head coach at LSU, and didn't seem to be like, go Tigers.
No, it sounded like he took both sides there.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. It sounded, in fairness, he probably reading the room, knowing where he's on the air,
Sure.
too. That's fair. E, you ready to see what's trending? I got your first item. That's how I roll. Yeah. All right. Trending this morning, brought to you by the Home Course, Joint Creek Golf Club. And here's what we got. There's a new name now being thrown into the carousel at Penn State. It's Mike Elko of Texas A&M. Man, that would have been a quick stop at A&M where he has them on pace, on target to reach the playoff this year. But they've got a coaching carousel, like dominoes kind of like column here, like what happens and when they happen and where does that next rabbit hole in. So domino 1, they say will happen this is just having fun. Let's have some fun, set off some dominoes. How far down the coaching carousel rabbit hole we go. Okay, you ready? Domino 1. The big ones. UCLA hires James Franklin. I like that. Let's go thumbs up, thumbs down on all these. The suggestion.
That's thumbs up for me.
Penn State hires Mike Elko. Sounds like a great hire to me.
Yeah, but is he going to do it?
Well, forget that, whether or not they do. Okay. I mean, don't forget it because it's part of it. They say Texas A&M hires Lincoln Riley. Goes back to his roots there in the Southwest. That's a better job than USC, or as good. USC then hires Jed Fish, who comes down from Washington, has worked in the Pac-10, had success at Arizona. And then Washington, who loses Jed Fish, hires Ryan Grubb. He is an assistant. Domino 2, the Lane Train fallout. That first one was like a lot of Big Ten influence.
Yeah.
Top of the chart, Florida hires Lane Kiffin. Okay, that's all I wanted to get out.
All right, we're done.
No, all right, let's see where else we go here. So Ole Miss hires John Sumrall, Tulane hires Hugh Freeze, Auburn hires Rhett Lashley, and SMU hires Eric Morris. That's the Lane Train fallout. And then the LSU Beamer Ball and Brian Kelly carousel. Virginia Tech hires Shane Beamer.
Yeah.
South Carolina hires Brent Key. Georgia Tech hires Brian Kelly. LSU hires Eli Drinkwitz. Missouri hires Scott Satterfield, and Cincinnati hires Mike Denbrock. Those all make sense in certain ways. I'm not sure that Brent Key would leave Georgia Tech for South Carolina. I mean, I think Brian Kelly would take any Power 4 job that seemed like it fit. I would think.
He feels.
He's got a ceiling. If I'm trying to win a national title, I think now I don't hire Brian Kelly.
Also, just like
he's unlikable for sure.
Exactly. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
All right,
disingenuous.
That's a long number 1 and 2. So you can move on to number 3 here at the top 5. I went first to Elko, and then I did the whole dadgum carousel chaos.
Number 3.
Hey Jeff, do you know a lady by the name of Meg the Stallion?
Megan the Stallion?
Yeah.
Sure.
You know who she's dating?
Yeah.
This is one that Hitkin always talks about?
Clay Thompson.
Clay Thompson.
Oh, Clay Thompson. I've heard that. Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're dating. You know, and it's pretty recent, but news just broke that they're purchasing a house together.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
That's a little big, a little quick.
That's a little
don't you
big.
think?
Well, maybe is there a little Bambino
He's in love.
coming?
He's in love.
He in love for
Clay,
sure.
How has his stats been so far this year?
You know what? I haven't. I'm sure he's probably balling. He's
I
on
will
cloud
say
nine.
that Clay
His legs
Thompson
might be a little tired,
seems
yeah.
like a pretty normal, grounded dude. I don't know
Yeah.
if Megan Thee Stallion's, timeline.
And I
history.
think
Hot girl.
Yeah.
she is, but
She's like a hip hop singer. Is that what she
Yeah.
is?
But
Yeah.
isn't she more like she's not quite as raunchy as like Cardi B or
No, ain't nobody as raunchy as
Nicki,
Cardi.
yeah, right.
Nobody's raunchy as her, but she got some stuff.
There we go.
Really?
Yeah, she got some raunchy stuff out
The
there.
Raunch Meter, brought to you by the Drill. Let's take the Raunch
Number 2.
This is pretty interesting. Tampa to host 2029 college title games. That's just been
Well,
announced.
the thought here all along was that the Jacksonville would ultimately in the Gator Bowl would find their way into it, and with the new stadium, I think that'll be a possibility. So it wouldn't surprise me at all by 2035, which is not as far away as you think, that Jacksonville won't at least be a part of the playoff setup. They get the championship game or the Final Four game, or does it say?
It said playoffs. I think.
Okay,
It said
so the playoffs in some sort. So those things go on campus, right? And then we have 5 locations? They do
Yeah.
the 4
Mhm.
corner.
I don't know.
Yeah, the 2
It's 5 locations,
16
right?
plays to 8. Yeah, you'll play 4, and then you'll play 2 and 1. 6, actually. 6 locations part of the playoffs. So Tampa will be one of them. Hey, if you're Florida or FSU or Miami, that's good news.
Number 1.
Oh, this is interesting. Blake Snell is earning 486 times more than your Savage. this
Yeah,
year.
that's the economics of sports. You can find those ridiculous comparisons,
right,
all over the league.
Absolutely.
Every league, all over every league.
Yes.
And a lot of it depends on where you've graduated. I mean, you got a dude who was making single A money.
Correct.
6 months ago. And by the way, the way Major League Baseball has you, he won't make a lot of money for a while.
Ooh.
He'll probably at some point, a veteran standing, be able to go to arbitration and maybe make some, a $4 million deal one year or 6, but it'll take a while. And the pitchers, man, that's nerve-wracking. They got to keep that arm health. The hitters, you can pretty much count on 2 years being marketable, but you don't always know that with the pitchers. All right, that's what's trending. Be back to put a wrap on it next. Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. 2-time PGA Tour winner Matt Every in studio with us. Be back with us again tomorrow, right, Matty?
Yeah.
And to wrap it up when we return. So thanks for being up, and thanks for listening to us. Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
The Drill.
From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
When the Dogs and Gators cross the bridge, the world's largest cocktail party becomes a fight on the first coast.
There's something special about the game being in Jacksonville. The stadium split right down the middle.
Will the Gators bring the swamp to the 904? Or will the Dogs hedge another victory? It's the Chump of the Swamp and the Bark of the Dogs. Florida and Georgia, Saturday at 3:30 on the home of the Florida Gators, 1010 XL.
My dad, Randy Marion, has been in business for 35 years.
35 years of taking great care of your customers.
And our community. It has also been 35 years that my dad has been the king of price.
Yep.
So now's the time to fall into savings and drive in style in a brand new Cadillac.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, drive the all-new electric Optique, Lyric, and Vistique. They're all in stock and ready to drive today.
Come see us today at Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
And don't forget,
tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Plus tax type title $9.99 admin fee and resistol on approved credit.
Touchdowns are great, but hand-delivered fall flowers, that's the real MVP move. Jacksonville Flower Market can help you be the MVP. Pick up at Beach and Southside or online at jacksonvilleflowermarket.com. Jacksonville Flower Market, where love wins every Sunday.
Hey, Prosser, when it comes to game day and your snack time, I know some of you guys are just, you go dip crazy. Well, here's one for you. You can't miss with Daisy French onion dip. If you love eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching those big games, you'll love the new Daisy French onion dip. There's a Daisy Ranch dip as well. Get them both game changers. These are delicious, homemade. That makes the difference in a homemade dip, made with real herbs and spices, other ingredients you'd find in your own kitchen. Got to try this dip of deliciousness. Look for Daisy French onion dip at a grocery store near you.
Go to the green every Saturday morning.
Happy learned how to putt.
And get golf tips and talk to help make your golf game more fun on the Edwin Watts Golf Hour. Saturday morning at 10 on 1010XL.
Leonard Skinner is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinner Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces.
Singing songs about the Southland.
Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale now, only at Ticketmaster. Daly'sPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinner rocks for those who serve.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple years ago. Went smooth as silk, was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Our son Eric's a Division I collegiate baseball pitcher who is having shoulder pain. We took him to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and are confident that he's now on the road to recovery. This is Beth Anderson, and we love the care Eric receives at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialist.
Hi, I'm Amber Frangie. You know that other Frangie? Well, he's my dad. But I'm here to tell you about how much I appreciate the Awaken 180 weight loss program and how it's changed my life. Like a lot of folks, I let myself go a little. Not proud of that, but it happens. And I wasn't sure what to do. I've tried a lot of other weight loss programs, but they just didn't work. Not like Awaken 180. Can you believe I've lost 70 pounds in less than 4 months? With Awaken 180, there's no medication, no shots, and no side effects. And best of all, really fast results. You eat the food that's provided, and it's really good food. You work with a coach on a regular basis who guides you through the whole process. I'm never hungry. In fact, I never feel like I'm sacrificing anything. Just living a totally normal life. That's my new normal. And now, in October, they're offering free consultations. So there's no reason not to call them and learn more. Call them at 844-346-1800, or you can visit awaken180.com. It really has changed my life, and I bet it'll change yours too. That's Awaken 180.
Did you know that for every inch of rain on a 2,000 square foot roof, 1,500 gallons come off the eaves of the roof? Call Clearwater Seamless Gutters and Drainage, and we'll design a plan using our Clearwater Seamless Gutters, and we'll connect those gutters to a Clearwater drainage system to solve your erosion and standing water issues.
Clearwater Seamless Gutters. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at gutters.
And drainage too.
SeamlessGuttersJacksonville.com. 1010XL, presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farrah doesn't flinch. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Man, all right, so I'm cooling down on this. The quarterback should be the thermometer, the barometer for the fan base. When things are going great, love your quarterback. When things are not going how they should, the quarterback needs to get things turned around. And I get it. And it can be glaring on Trevor Lawrence right now as he tries to get some consistency and some winning. But buddy, he should consider himself fortunate in one way. At least he's not the other Jaguars' #1 overall pick, and he doesn't have a player. Imagine if Trevor Lawrence was taken #1 overall, and number 2 overall in that draft was Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Or if he was taken #1 overall, number 2 overall in that draft was Patrick Mahomes, or a lot of more quarterbacks now. But
I know what you're saying.
So and I say this because Aiden Hutchinson got a big contract extension yesterday, and the gift that keeps on giving. Never mind what the Jags did not get in Aiden Hutchinson when they went Trayvon Walker. But what a gift we handed to Detroit. I mean, that is and so he gets a max deal. The only DN, the only rush in making more than him is Micah Parsons, and he's been just head and shoulders, night and day, better than Trayvon Walker in every stat. He's missed basically a whole year, and he has the quarterback hits are 78-49, Hutchinson versus Walker. Even the sacks missing a whole year, 34.5 to 26. Hutchinson over Walker. He's an all-pro, probably Hall of Fame player. And never mind, the decision been made, but imagine what it would be like around here if this same contract deal and this new great player, and it was a quarterback who had been taken after the number 1 pick. It's the one thing that is saving Trevor from the ultimate,
well, he's
pitchforks
going against
and
like
torches.
Zach Wilson.
Correct. And to the point that
there's
still
nobody to mirror him against.
And
the
not
rest
just
of his
that,
career.
in any redraft you see wouldn't go lower than 3rd, even now with what we've seen. So
my cool down's going to be Riley Skinner today.
Oh,
what do you mean? He just brings a ton of value to the drill, and I want to give him a little pat on the back for actually coming into the studio.
Okay.
And doing the show.
Look at this. You guys got some sort of deal in the background I don't know about?
No deal.
He was all dressed up in LFG gear. I noticed that today, so maybe that caught your eye a little bit.
Well, his cousin is part owner.
That's one of his many cousins, you said. Yeah,
that's right.
Those guys just went cousining together recently, I believe.
Yeah.
Off on probably picked up some new gear then.
Could be.
Yeah. So the Dodgers now down 3-2. Do you think they win the series? You think they're going to win? They're going to bounce back and win.
Game 6.
They do get Yamamoto next game, and
that's why.
That's been a big deal.
Nasty.
Yeah,
nasty.
Yeah, nasty doesn't even.
It's like he's throwing a wiffle ball to those guys.
He got hit the one game. Was it the Brewers or the Phillies? One of those teams hit him. But outside of that, and he's also old school. I mean, he'll go 9.
Yeah,
he'll do what these
just all over the range of speeds too, just all over the map. I mean, he's very enjoyable to watch. I'm gonna have to cut Halloween short tomorrow night.
Well, yeah, you might have to. You're going to do this. You just like put the bucket out on the front porch and turn the lights off kind of deal.
I mean, my kids are still trick or treating.
They are.
So,
yeah. See, yeah, and I got I don't have trick or treating duty tomorrow, even though we got a grandbaby who's getting to that trick or treating age. They're going to be off somewhere else doing the grand trick or treat thing. But I always, just as an aside, my teeth hate me for it. I have a toothache as we speak, but I always have a special place in my heart for Halloween.
Same.
It was my favorite
holiday.
I love getting all that candy, so I'm never going to be that house where the lights are off and no one's giving candy. But you come into my house, you're getting candy.
Yeah.
My mom ain't never played that with me.
Yeah.
Like, I never really get to celebrate Halloween.
Well, we didn't really celebrate it. We just went and gathered all the candy we could. It's like, hey, hold on now. Let me get this straight. I'm a 9-year-old kid, and all these grown-ups, I'm just going to go to their door, and they're going to give me candy?
Yeah.
Sign me up, baby.
Best believe I used to sneak out with my mom in the bed.
Yeah. Sure. There's what your mom probably thought there's some devil involved in that Halloween.
Exactly.
We ain't celebrating old Hallows Eve. Emmanuel, you get your butt inside.
That's exactly what it was.
You don't need nothing sweet. Here's some honey on a toast.
And if somebody comes to the house, they getting peppermints. That's what my mom used to get.
No, the worst was when they give you fruit is the absolute worst. I can remember there was one lady when I was a kid. These are the memorable Halloween grabs. You remember one time there was a toothbrush in there. Come on, lady. Like, what are you saying? Our parents don't buy us toothbrushes. Give me some candy. And then there was one you get creativity for the design, but a kid doesn't want 10 pennies. He wants a Milky Way.
Correct.
Like this one lady would wrap it up in like a napkin and do the ends and make it look like a ghost. It's 10 pennies. Just give me some gum. Right?
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back. We're going to come back and put a wrap on it. It's what you get when you sign up for the drill. Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday. Maddie, appreciate you, my man. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, perfect.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here for Action Garage Door. Premium parts, premium service for the life of your doors. Nothing more frustrating than your garage door misfiring. Mine never does. I call Action Garage Door because they take action immediately. Jeff Bernard and his crew, Jacksonville folks, not some big out-of-town chain they have to go through. Call Jeff and his people are on it. They've been doing this stuff for 25 years, man. You know what that screams? That screams stability. That screams success. I've been in my house for 23. I got a garage door a couple years ago. Folks still comment on it. And it dramatically improves the curb appeal. And those garage door openers of today features like smart home integration, quiet operation, and added security. Something goes wrong with your garage door, take action with Action Garage Door. Easy to get a hold of them. Garage Door 911. That's how you get a hold of them. Action Garage Door. GarageDoor911.com. That's GarageDoor911.com.
Yo, you already know it's your main man ET. And no one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails, served over ice balls, local craft beers, and handcrafted whiskey cocktails. Rounded out with adventurous drink menus, second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree drafts. Check them out now on Atlantic and Kernan. Twin Peaks, eat, drink, scenic views. Come on, somebody.
Picket here for Zero Res. Are you scared of ghosts? Of course you're not. They aren't nearly as scary as some of the things that Zero Res sees in those air ducts straight out of a horror film filled with spooky dust, gross dander, creepy cobwebs, which is why Zero Res is here to banish monsters hiding in your vents. Don't be afraid of ghosts. Be afraid of what's in your air ducts. Call Zero Res today and take advantage of our October special. Mention 1010XL. They're offering 15% off duct and dryer vent cleaning. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res. Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it, we've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Jacksonville.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
What if you could pull up to $500,000 in cash out of your home and drop your mortgage rate to 4.99% APR? Hey, Prosser here, and right now at Loan Pronto, they've got the lowest rates in 3 years. With Loan Pronto's rapid equity loan, you can get your cash in as little as 3 days, pay off all those high-interest credit cards, and even skip your next 2 house payments. One client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. Paid off their debt, paid off 2 car loans, saved $2,100 a month. One call, life change. There's no wait, no hard credit pull. You probably won't need an appraisal. Just fast, easy cash from your home's equity. Rates at a 3-year low. Act now. Call 914-999-1508 or visit loanpronto.com for your free instant home appraisal. See how much cash you can get today. Call 914-999-1508. See how much cash you can get today. You can also visit loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 16617881. On approved credit, visit NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Jacksonville is football season, and Duck Duck Rooter is proud to be on your home team. As a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars, we tackle plumbing, septic, and air conditioning problems with championship-level service. Keep an eye out for our custom Jaguar wrap plumbing vans rolling around town. They're hard to miss and always ready for the next play at your home or business. With thousands of 5-star Google reviews and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida, trust Duck Duck Rooter to keep you in the game. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter, when you're stuck, call the Duck.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality products and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah.
All right, we counts it down to Florida Georgia weekend. Jags in Vegas. Big football weekend, as always. And Jaguars today, as you cover from every angle, we bring in Mike Dempsey for a preview of today's
The 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Hello, Michael.
What's up? How are things?
I'm good. Things are good. Things are good. How about you? What you got? Where are you on the optimism scale? As we get closer, I mean...
We'll see. You got to win this week or else the pessimism is going to take root. Have to beat the Raiders.
You have to beat... I mean,
look, they're probably saying the same thing, I'm sure, about the Jags, but you have to beat the Raiders. 2 of their last 3 games, they lost by a combined 71-6.
I don't think, the Raiders at 2-6 and the way they're playing football, their hopes aren't as realistic, I think, as the Jags were.
No,
as far as winning or losing. I mean,
but you get Brock Bowers back, and I hope we don't remember why we all were worried about Devin Lloyd covering tight ends. Like all these years, Devin Lloyd's been bad in coverage. This year, he was spectacular. And he's not 100%. We'll see if he plays. But Brock Bowers looks like he's trending towards being 100%.
He has been everything. This is 2 years in a row where that rookie tight end has been that high ceiling guy that you hoped he would be. It was Brock Bowers last year, and Tyler Warren gives off a Brock Bowers
Rondé
vibe.
Gadsden Jr.
Yeah, he's also having a good year for the Chargers, for sure. All right, well, Jaguars today is coming up next. Look forward to that. That'll do it for us. Matt Everett joins us again in studio tomorrow for our Friday Spectacular. And until then, have a great next 20 hours. It's been a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
Blueface